Listen, this show's random. Okay.
Schizo connection. Please engage.
In teams of 2.
Oh, that's.
If I win, do I get to say the N-word?
What the fuck?
But no matter what happens, Vito, you'll always be my
Nope.
Oh, we've got a team divorce coming up. Toronto's
Kid Lucy, why you trying to cut my content right
might
there?
never enough for you, Q.
I love you, N-word.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 26 of Kick or Keep. Today, we brought together 8 wonderful contestants that will not be going head-to-head because they will be in teams of 2.
What?
Oh, that's what this shit is.
Oh my god.
Yes.
New
Yes.
game mode.
Drop
New
that
game
shit on
mode,
me.
you know what I mean? New game mode. As you can see on the left, I changed your name. So we got Team 1. This is how we're going to introduce you, okay? So I'm doing the introduction while I'm doing the intro. We got Team 1, which is Evil Fossil and Turkey Tom. Now, it was meant to be evil and vegan, but, you know what I mean? Vegan just, you know what I'm saying? Team 2 is Sky and Technicals. Team 3 is Vito and Irrelevant.
Wait.
And last but not least, Team 4. No, wait, hold on. It's
What?
Vito and...
Yeah.
Hold on.
I was gonna say,
You want a name change?
Okay, relax. It's Vito and Dick.
I thought he was shitting on Dick for a second.
Me too.
No.
Yeah.
It's Vito and Dick. It's Vito and Dick.
Wait, why would he be
Last
shitting
one.
on Dick to call him irrelevant?
'Cause-
What? What does that mean, guys?
No, because I thought he was calling him irrelevant. Because I thought he was gonna say Dick.
No,
and then
it's irrelevant. No. It's irrelevant.
Yeah,
No, that's not what I meant. That's not what I meant.
I thought that he just changed his name to Irrelevant. I was like, holy.
Yeah.
Don't talk to me or my son ever again.
Okay.
Leave my
Last
dad
team, Irrelevant and Darius. Okay. Now, understand this. We're gonna do 3 rounds of 40 minutes.
Jesus.
Okay? We're not doing.
But what?
Yeah. I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why we're doing that, because at the end of each round, we're eliminating an entire team. You know what I mean? So we're doing double the eliminations. You know what I'm saying?
fuck.
That's like a
In Infinity War.
You know what I mean?
Goddamn.
So guess what? If your teammate is a bum, you're gonna lose. So you can't do this solo carry. You gotta get your teammate involved, okay? Or else you're gonna lose. And at the end of this show, because this is a special episode, me and Lil Steve, we had a discussion about this. The winner gets $10,000.
What?
What he really means is, you know what? Because I'm feeling generous, I will say $500 to each person on the winning team. Okay, so we'll double the prize.
Wow.
Okay, yeah, there you
There
go.
we go.
There you go.
I just got you plus 500, by the way. Or plus the winner.
Wow.
Congratulations.
Excellent bullshit.
Okay.
Oh, God. I actually believed it. Okay.
No, there's not 10 grand.
My broke ass was like 10 grand. Like,
Fuck that.
let me
Okay.
say it's great.
Okay, with all that being said, okay, the rules are very simple. Just don't talk over each other. That's it. I know N-words. These f***ing videos do not get monetized on YouTube. I need to make some f***ing money on YouTube. This
Hard
shit does
R
not get
or
monetized.
A, soft A.
But can A no, because some things Vito says is outrageous, and the only
He
way I
says the
can
ER.
respond-
He says the ER. Vito says the ER. That's
No, I
crazy.
don't. No, I don't.
he
That's
really-
fake news. Fake
Yes, he
news.
did.
You're really trying
You
to restrict
You
my
dubbed
vernacular,
that.
bro.
People dubbed that clip after the fact. I did not.
Is it DK?
Fucking AI.
I was an AI dub.
AI
No.
Vito.
The,
AI
the catch
Vito.
is that it was dubbed, but it was actually just Vito doing a voiceover of the N-word on his own.
He went
I
through
dubbed
that
myself
again.
I said I think I can say it with a little more energy, so I added.
Listen, you could get away with one, like, name, but don't say the ER like last time. That was f***ing crazy.
Okay.
Just don't do that, and we'd be good. Okay.
In what context did he say it? What was the context of that?
No, he just dropped the
Oh,
ER.
he asked me if there were any. I'm not gonna do it.
What? Do
Of them
it.
in the
No,
call.
Is there
Yeah,
any
no,
group
stop.
of people?
That
Yeah,
was my chance
look.
to say it again. I passed
He
up
asked
on
what
it.
is his least favorite ethnic group, and then he
Yeah.
used
No,
the-
no.
That was it.
Actually true. Matter of fact,
I
he
love
called
you,
me
N-words.
Yeah.
Every one of you.
Okay. Stop.
Jesus.
Stop.
What? I love.
Stop. Okay. Stop. With all that being said, I'm your host, Carantos. Joining me is my co-host, Lil Steve. You wanna say hi?
Hello.
There we go. job. Question number 1. We already did the intros. I already said your names. We don't have to do the intros right now, okay? Just in case somebody wants to interrupt me and laugh, okay? Question number 1. Which one should I start with? I like this one. Should minors be criminally liable for lying about their age before a sexual encounter with an adult?
What the fuck?
What the f-
Like, could we just take a second and just hold on? Damn, it's supposed to be a nice, easy question. Like,
No, I want to start hard.
You know what? I'll start.
Damn,
I'll
I'm sorry,
start.
Sky.
Fuck it.
Whoop
Tom,
me. This
Tom is a
complicated
minor,
for you,
so
brother.
let Tom comment.
I'm
Tom,
14 years old.
You're
and I'm willing
14.
to answer the question. Okay.
You're
All right.
what?
I'm 14, bro. You know this. After that one time, you remember? That one time. It was only once.
you
though.
should have asked for ID, Sky. I told you.
Stop. Don't say that
Shoulda
one
asked.
time and be vague. That's with
Yeah,
that
Sky,
question.
what does he mean by that?
I'm just
What does he
saying.
mean by
No,
I'm
nigga,
just saying there
no,
wasn't
no.
a pattern of behavior. I'm 14 though. I just turned 14. Anyway, okay. So my real answer to this question, and then I'll let my teammate Evil Fossil come in, is much in the way that we punish minors for when they commit a crime, but not to the same severity as we would punish an adult. I think there should be some kind of penalty. I don't know that it should be years in jail that would like ruin their life forever, but I think there should be some kind of re-education process maybe to inform them about how to proceed going forward, not to lie in ways that can damage adults' reputations. I think that'd be an important thing. I don't think it should be like a lengthy jail time. I don't know exactly what the exact sentence should be, but I don't think it can be repercussionless because then kids will just keep doing it forever, you know?
Well, you want it to be a crime?
No, hold on.
Yeah.
Time out.
What's
That
the
to me-
crime?
That to me,
The crime is lying about your age to an
completely wrong.
adult and then you sex them and then they get penalized.
So you
No,
get
no,
statutory raped, and then you get forced to lie about your age by the adult that wants to send you to prison, right? Is that
That's
how
not
this
what I
works
said.
out in the
No,
real
no.
world? Is that how it
No,
works
no,
out in the
no,
real
no,
world?
no, no,
My
no.
partner, y'all coming at my partner mad hard. Let me chime in for my partner because maybe team 2 gonna be going. And
If you lie about your age to an adult, is it statutory?
Well,
I
I'm just
assume
saying
there's
it's not
gonna be
legal
a-
to lie about your age.
I
Nor
think
should it
it
be.
still is.
I'm
Lying
hold
about
on.
your age.
Cody Wilson got hit for this for statutory.
I am so completely confused as to why how was the adult not like checking? That's crazy to me. Like it's weird.
The point is the adult. The point is the adult checked and then, but the kid had lied.
I think we're in this situation. We're assuming there's like a fake ID. And,
Yeah,
like
like
they've
a
actually
fake
gone
ID
through the
or
process.
something.
Oh,
Yeah.
so everything is in place to trick the adult, is what you're saying?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
Well, here's
okay,
how
okay.
I would handle it. Look, I'd say if a guy's being prosecuted for statutory rape and he has evidence that says, look, they showed me a fake ID. I look at them and they got a big old beard or whatever the fuck else. I think then the judge can lessen the sentence and say, okay, well, you were misled. It's not great. You still probably should have done your due diligence.
But the
But I
question
don't-
is
you
what
know,
happens to
You're
the
wilding. You're wilding.
I know the question is what happens to the
You're
child.
wilding.
How am I wilding? You know,
Right, I feel like
Because
that's kind of
you're
reasonable.
if a
acting
girl
as
has a
if
fake ID, you're not going to tell the guy
it's
like, well,
absolutely not
it's kind of
reasonable.
on her
Bro,
a
the
little
idea
bit.
of even having a fake ID is an adult problem. That's society's problem. Children are born into our society that we build, and we give them the tools to be able to fake anything in the first place.
What about the
And
adults
you
that are born into
implying
society
that
wanting to
whether or not-
statutorily rape, though?
You just open it up for them too. You're
Yes.
opening it up for them too. Get the f out of here. As if them people were not capable of curating or finding the kids who allowed them. Listen,
just to be
I wanted
clear-
to bring up a perfect example of this. And team 2, both of y'all might actually be acquainted with who I'm gonna bring up. I'm gonna bring up a Captain Zach. Does that bring
Yes.
any bells?
Yes.
Does that ring any bells for you, technical?
I'm surprised you know Captain Zach.
Yeah,
yes,
I'm just Captain Zach is a perfect example for this
It
question.
rings bells. Let me just look left for a bit.
Is this
Right.
this
Sure
YouTube
do.
technically a deep lore? Because I swear every show
I
turns
don't know
into
who the
who's a
hell-
pedophile.
Well,
but-
well, this
It's
no,
Smash Bros. Community degeneracy. That's
This
what it
is
is.
this is
Okay,
a
all
case.
right.
This is a case in Smash where a 15-year-old went after adults and was also punished, but the adults were still punished in this situation.
Yeah.
was
but
punished
because-
like banned from Smash Brothers
Banned.
tournaments.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's
that's
no
it.
I'm
About
okay
no
with
no
that
like
legal
Nah,
repercussion.
actually,
I
that's
think
about
the
it.
judge
Legal.
should ban children who participate in this behavior. Should be banned from all Smash Brothers tournaments. I think that's
Nah, he's not
Yeah.
playing anything yet.
I agree.
I agree.
The
Yeah.
whole point is children are not like, why are you giving so
They
much
can play
agency to
Halo.
what children are able to do? Like if a child is actually just replicating what they see adults do, and then that results in a situation where an adult is being persecuted, how are you going to try to hold that child accountable? And when they're
Okay,
just replicating.
okay. Well, the question I have, Fossil, since you're on my team, we appear to be slightly disagreeing, maybe a little bit. What do you think should happen? Ideally, just nothing.
It's not about that.
They should have to smoke the whole pack.
Up situation in the first place, but it's like we persecute and we.
They should have to 10 adults.
Yeah, if you catch a kid smoking, they gotta smoke the whole pack.
By increasing a penalty to a child, you're not really doing anything to that child. That child is not gonna come out and be like, "Oh man, I just been through like so much fucking hell as a child, so I'm gonna become reformed." Like the point of the justice system is to.
Evil. Hold on one second.
You want to revisit it?
No, I think smoking the whole pack. I like that. You were on something.
What?
Yeah,
My teammate
That's
is
a threat.
throwing. My teammate is
No,
absolutely.
hold on. No, hold on.
Leave
I actually have a response, but technicals, I'm sorry if this is us up because I love you, bro. But look,
Go ahead.
okay, so the only reason why this is not like there's cognitive dissonance with me is getting lied to by a minor seems the same as clicking on that phishing email link. Like it feels like it's so obvious when if it ever does happen to you. Like if you fall for it, there's got to be like some part of you that like was down for that. I don't like that.
Wouldn't that be deliberated in the courts? Like whether or not, like if they gave them like the most Chuck E. Cheese ID you've ever seen in your entire life that has a slanted picture and it's like, see, I'm 18. Like, yeah, exactly. Obviously, then they're gonna be like, all right, you a kid and you knew you were a kid.
Sky, are you trying to argue that teenagers are horny? Is that your argument?
What are you? See, this is why I have to use.
I reject that question. I reject that question.
No, this is why I have to say no, because he says
you don't have to reject that question. That's a reasonable question, but you're saying like, you know, she's out there trying to get right.
How sassy would they have to be for like how much ID you require? You're 18, right? Right? Like that's good enough for me. All right. The judge goes, yeah. I mean, you know,
this is about whether the child gets punished in this situation.
Okay.
That's the original question.
Without the cuties conversation, Tech, I'll ask you the question. Don't you think there should be some kind of I don't know, education program for that kid to learn like not?
But you're talking about a legal punishment.
There's juvie for less. There's juvie for less.
Court mandated you can't have with adults class.
Okay.
And whoever teaches that class is a pedophile. So
okay.
Yeah, that's sus.
I don't know exactly what it would look like. I don't think they should go to jail. I'm just saying there should be some process to tell them not to do that. I will teach the class and I'll be a great teacher. Thank you.
Because if they just get off with it and it's just like, oh, okay, we're gonna punish the adult less, then like what's gonna stop them from going and doing this again?
What do you mean by get off with it?
Like
I mean, hopefully time.
If they lie and there's no repercussions,
I'm sorry, never mind. Jesus Christ,
shit, bro.
Oh,
I got it.
Mother. Can y'all give me an example of something that stopped kids from doing shit over again? I'm like, honestly, when the
getting their ass,
million different things,
getting their ass whipped,
beating their ass. I remember coming home at 3 a.m. one time. And the hanger came out. My mom looked my big black ass, and I never was out late again.
But
but the black community is so good at stopping underage sex. Why do you guys keep
What are you talking about? Our kids,
I feel like your community is doing the worst.
Our black kids are not going out there. You white bitch. We are
not doing that. They got like 12 kids.
No.
There it is.
You are lying on our.
Okay, stop. One that's sick, and then they'll only make 4 kids instead of 8. Whatever. Jesus.
Hey, you are picking the.
I'm just saying the black community's parenting ideas.
We aren't known for many kids. We're known for not having dads. Shut up. You don't even know
your many kids. What are you talking about?
You got an imbalance of kids for dads.
Not as many as Hispanics, but you guys are putting numbers.
We went so far away from the question.
Okay, stop. 1 out of time. God damn. And somebody sounds like he's deep throating his mic. I don't know who it is, but fix your mic, whoever that is.
Test
Go
1,
ahead.
1, 2.
Test.
It might be me.
Test.
Yeah, Irrelevant, I think it's you. Don't cough into your mic again, please. All right, go ahead. Scott, you were saying something?
You was waiting for that opportunity, huh?
Opportunity. He said black people hit their kids and the kids end up not having sex. And I'm like, I reject that hypothesis.
No, I was saying.
When the last time you seen a white family with 6, 7 kids without them mentally cracking, blowing up and shooting up a goddamn school? When the last time you seen that?
You're talking about
black guys shooting their sperm, white guys shooting up a school.
Like, what are you bugging out? It ain't black kids, bro. They in fucking communities, bro. They with their people.
I think most school shooters are like only children.
I like how a conversation about IDing children turned into a race war.
Yeah, stick to the topic. Stick to the topic, guys. Stick to the topic. Let's not make this about race. Please.
Wait, does anybody actually disagree with Turkey Tom's take? Like, actually, genuinely?
Oh, there he is.
Nah, actually.
Okay, because I feel like it's reasonable to hold some kind of legal punishment for somebody who is proven to have tried to lie and deceive somebody about their age when it comes to having sex with a minor. I feel like some kind of punishment. What punishment that is, that's up for debate, but probably some kind of punishment.
Because you would punish a minor if they like lied and then bought alcohol, right? You wouldn't just be like, oh, whatever, they're a kid. Like, you'd punish them, right?
Here's the thing, guys. There are legal repercussions, but you can have consequences for kids without dragging the law into it. I don't need to drag.
What would your consequences be that's not smoking the whole pack?
We're not saying there should be necessarily some kind of.
I know you want to teach the kids sex
punishment. A lot of it should be like it should just be education for like the school department or something. I don't know.
Or just tell the parents, hey, your horned up 15-year-old is trying to fuck a bunch of adults. Lock it down. This can be handled at home. Yeah, but is it the state's responsibility?
They couldn't keep their kid from lying to an adult. They couldn't keep their kid from lying to an adult. They don't even know what's going on their phone. How are we supposed to trust them to re-educate that kid? They're probably going to be like, oh, there's another guy down the street.
The government has enough problems that I don't need them trying to lock down 15-year-olds. Okay,
you don't even have kids. You're probably infertile. You fat. You're on Ozempic.
I probably am infertile.
You can't even have kids. You're basically a woman. Your estrogen's so high.
If I was black, I'd have 8 kids.
And yet you have enough tests to have no hair on your head. And despite that.
No, keep cooking.
Keep going.
The thing about the legal repercussions, right? Because all right, when someone, there's manslaughter and then there's like premeditated murder, right? There's intent described behind a crime. The whole point is whether or not a child can actually be prescribed intent. And do you really honestly think that, again, if children, as they do what they see and they do what they're around, fully understand or have the intent to lie just because an adult was stupid enough to get caught in it or get away with it? Like, how can you sit there and say because of what you've seen and the problem that happened that the child actually had the intent?
Nobody would argue that we would treat them as if they had full intention or motive to be able to do it. That's why they're being tried as a child and they're giving a lesser punishment. If we saw like somebody was intentionally trying to lie about like a rape situation and they were an adult, they would be treated much more harshly than somebody lying about their age who was a kid.
Wouldn't it be different if the person depending on how far they went with the lie is how we would treat them? Like if they were just texting and they were like, "Oh, I'm 18," then okay, you lied, you get tried as a kid. But if you have a full-on like fake passport, fake ID that looks good and like you're doing all these other things and you get like arrested for that shit,
I think that's also a separate crime. That's like technically fraud. I think
it's like you're getting into like some federal shit at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think the point is
the difference between a dumb kid and a smart kid, and
I do like what you're saying, Evil Fossil, because it puts the onus on the adult, which is like what should be the case, and they should be verifying all that information.
Well, the consequences for the adult also matter, right? Like, did they just flirt? Did they sex? Did they exchange images? Did they have sex in real life? Like all these things can.
Because there's other layers.
Nah, put them away. Put them away. The they don't even talk. Nah, put them away.
I think the
what
point
about like
is
30-year-olds lying and saying they're like 14-year-old girls? That's an even bigger problem, right?
to what? To other
Let them
kids.
off.
Yeah.
They're fine. They'll hang out with Vito. Okay. They'll go to high school with him.
Like Chris Hansen, that guy really messed things up.
This Vito slander. We gotta just. All right, that's my boy.
Dick is
I want to say
he's your boy. 5 minutes ago, you were complaining you won't stop making pedo.
No,
jokes.
he loves me. He loves me. Here's the
I
problem.
do.
Kids are getting a lot of. This is why I can't hold any kid accountable for this kind of behavior. Is like the way we teach kids about sex is totally fucked up. Because we're like, oh, just don't tell them anything about sex and they'll figure it out on their own. And then they go on Pornhub and they learn how to cheat the shit out of each other. Like, kids are getting crazy mixed messages about sex. They're getting horned out of their minds. I see some of the kids on, like, Tumblr, and I'm like, what are you doing posting some of this shit? So,
Tumblr? Okay.
yeah, just like all, or Twitter or whatever else. Like, the second they turn 18, they're trying to fuck everybody. And obviously, some of them are starting before then.
I don't even think that's true. Honestly, I don't even think that's true. I think you're projecting, bro.
No, you don't think these kids are trying to get fucked? Dude, kids are like
people being fucking virgins and people like being like 26, 30 without even ever being in a relationship. It don't matter if they sitting there in their brain talking about they want to fuck everything ever.
Dude,
honestly,
they're like consuming porn at like 12.
People, the most inept people to get are the horniest, craziest shit on the internet. That they be the ones posting the crazy shit on the internet. The ones who actually be out there don't be saying shit. Like, they the ones who socially aware, just like say, yo, you want to come down tonight? You want to do this? You want to do that? You want to go to the bar? You want to go out there?
Okay, can I recenter? Let me recenter real quick. Okay, Technicals got this back on track twice with very good questions. Okay, so recentering a little bit. Okay, this idea that like the child doesn't know what they're doing or whatever. Nobody's talking about a child just lying and saying like, hey, I'm 20 years old. They're talking about a child going out of their way to get a fake ID to lie to somebody else to have sex. So I think Technicals was the one that brought up when children do this with fake IDs for alcohol purchases, don't they get in trouble for that? Why would it be different here? Go ahead.
No, get that shit out of here, because we giving them weight. Imagine the world where Turkey Tom 14 and got a Snapchat filter right now, aging him up to 30. What are we gonna do in the world where that's possible? Where these kids are sitting there with age filters, and now you on video and the motherfucker look like they 30. And that's like readily available.
We pose a specific hypothetical, and like you can say it's just giving them the technology. I mean, but technology is existing for everybody. It's ever present.
There's a parallel.
But if a kid misuses technology, they didn't know how not to use it.
I
am agreeing with you. Yes.
I want to make a really quick distinction about what Destiny said. So Destiny, whether or not a kid misrepresents their age, let's say a kid goes into a liquor store and says, hey, I'm 14, sell me beer, and then buys the beer. That's still illegal, even though they didn't misrepresent their age, right? Whereas if a 14-year-old goes to, a 20-year-old and says, hey, I'm 14, let's have sex, it's not illegal for them to do that.
I don't know if it's illegal to lie. Wait, is it illegal to lie about your age?
No.
So the first one
was
was
the ID part is the illegal.
Yeah, they're talking about using a fake ID to induce someone else to a crime, essentially.
Yeah, we already.
But I'm saying that no matter what, a minor obtaining liquor is illegal.
Yes,
but it is not illegal for a minor to have sex with an adult.
Yeah, but that's what we're posing the question for.
We're not saying that. Hold on, the minor. To be clear, wait. To be clear, the question. Just refocusing the question. The question is not should it be illegal for a minor to have sex with an adult. The question is, should it be illegal for them to produce a false ID to induce the older person to f them? It wouldn't make it illegal.
The assumption is that the adult would never have had sex with a minor if they knew they were a minor, but because they thought they were an adult because of the fake ID, then they decided to do it, and then they're charged with a crime. You understand, Vito?
I'm saying you can't compare it to the liquor.
The fake ID shit is dumb because y'all missing the point that the only reason why you even have the fake ID, it's because they're circumventing it's the store that sold the liquor to the child that is coming under the most persecution. It's not a child getting a fake ID going in the store, so we go after the child. Be like, so if I'm a cop and I go in the store and I'll be like, yo, this child bought this liquor with the ID and it's fake, I'm not gonna be sitting there like, now I gotta go do my research and read and find where.
But the problem is some fake IDs will actually scan at stores, so they look and feel.
There's steps to this that are more illegal than just purchasing the alcohol. I feel like if anything, you should be litigating the fact that these fake IDs are being like created in the first place.
Yeah, we'll go after whoever's making the fake IDs.
Kids have fake IDs and are.
How many kids have fake IDs?
I don't think there's an epidemic of fake IDs and adults, guys. I
Right.
think that this hypothetical
Man,
is a
fuck
very
Veronica.
specific.
I think it's more
Fuck
about
you,
just
Veronica.
misrepresenting your age. You go
Yeah,
to a
mi-
party,
it's-
you tell a
it's-
guy
it's-
you're 18.
It's
and then-
misrepresenting your
yeah.
age by any stretch. It's not just only.
Oh, we can't
Listen,
punish
just wanna hear
that.
the-
God.
all y'all motherfuckers mad internet and y'all mad scared of kids lying to y'all and getting
I feel
caught in
like
the
I feel like you
fucking
should punish
situation,
the fake IDs.
That's all I'm hearing right
my
now.
take.
You can punish the fake IDs, but the kids, it's kids, bro. I don't understand
Yes,
this
that
shit.
is the topic. Kids.
Literally.
It's on
Yes.
the internet.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Literally.
Kids, it is.
Movies,
Literally,
it was
it is.
mad internet debauchery when y'all was young, and there was no way y'all parents would stop.
I'm gonna be 100% with you, Fossil. Bro, just stop talking, nigga. Damn, stop talking. You're done. Hey, Fossil, I'm 100% with you, bro. It's honest to God because you don't get, bro. I'm on Tinder all the time, dude. I've seen multiple girls, unfortunately, that got their Snapchats, been talking to them, and then they sent me a picture in a high school bathroom, and then I find out, oh, okay, they are a minor. I would have had sex with them that
Get
night.
off
That we fucking
Snapchat.
matched on Tinder.
I would stop
How do you
this
get what the fuck?
Snapchat.
I'm looking
Yeah,
at
yeah,
what
yeah,
you're
you know
talking
what?
about, bro. Because you're
using the
One at a time.
I don't care.
Fossil, stop. Let him finish. Let him talk.
Dude, you have nothing to say. I value. I'm insane, bro. Like, you can't just say, like, oh, get off Snapchat. Just because you're fat as fuck, you don't ever want to send a picture of yourself
If
to a
I
girl.
was getting
doesn't mean I'm
multiple
not-
high schoolers sending me their fucking
Yes,
I'm deleting the file after.
Shit,
Stop,
sexy
delete.
ass, I'm a sexy ass woman that attracts multiple genders, genres, ages of women. And you know what?
Yeah, the
Sometimes
12-year-olds
I get
love
minors.
you. Congratulations.
That's
right.
You do get 19-year-olds on Tinder. Shut the fuck outside and actually talk to a woman.
Yeah, yeah, 12-year-old woman. I'm so sad that I'm not
How
talking
much
to them on
child porn do you
Snapchat.
have on
Okay,
Self-report. Self-report.
If I use your spark, just talk. Stop talking.
All these 12-year-olds.
You're peeking. I can't hear.
Stop, everybody stop peeking.
If I
Stop.
used your
One at a
logic
time.
and if I use your logic and I went out in person IRL, the problem would still stand where people are using fake IDs. I'm in Texas. I moved to Austin, Texas, where that Starship Mothership comedy show thing is. There's a bar right across it. I went there and I used a picture to get into the bar. And when I looked around, I swear to God, dude, there's a ton of 16-year-olds in these Austin, Texas bars. Don't know why the fuck it is. I didn't hit on them, but like I was horny that day and I wanted to talk to the girls around me, but unfortunately, I didn't know what the age was of anybody around me, so I kept my peace.
Like
But I would've had
80% of the
tons of-
people in that bar were.
No problem is you didn't get
They were
to
they were
talk.
100% underage.
Yeah, the big problem is that I don't get the because of underage people.
You could go. No, the problem is you aiming as young as you could go and you spook.
What
I
do you
ain't no
mean?
I would just delete the app.
16, dude, it's not even like
Never getting caught. I ain't never getting caught, bro. 2 to 3
You're not
years.
getting caught?
Record. Oh my God. What the f is happening?
I ain't never getting caught was the craziest thing
I ain't ever
to say
getting caught.
in this context.
No, you're bugging. Sky, don't even start with your mentions, bro. Don't even start, nigga.
I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to help you.
You're bugging. I'm never getting. The whole premise of this
Oh,
conversation
right,
was
right.
getting caught as if I'm
Well, you
on the
just-
other end
you just admitted it.
of people with infinite amount of data and what fake IDs and
The data is a big
lying
problem.
about
No,
caption
evil,
shit, nigga.
evil
I ain't
fossil,
so tired of the
no,
data.
evil fossil. I was only trying to say, I'm only trying to say that when you say I ain't never getting caught, that
That's why I
means
say
that
never
you
get
were
caught
doing
lacking.
something bad.
Nah, you ain't
Yeah.
ever like me. Okay, he's saying he's not getting caught lacking. I get what you're trying to say, Fossil.
Okay.
Like,
Would you
okay.
ever say like
Listen.
I'm never gonna get caught sucking? Would that be something
Yeah,
that
think
anyone
about
would
it.
ever
Yeah,
say?
and that would be a terrible thing.
Right.
Do we all agree that you should at least litigate like fake IDs?
Yes.
Yes.
But
Like, how are you gonna do
how do we
it?
how do we
Yeah.
go after
I'm
that?
against IDs. Why
What do you-
should
what do
we,
you
why
mean?
should we trust this system of having IDs? Why does the government need to track you? It puts like this idea that of that you're guaranteed to be this age out on the people. I don't like it at all. I don't think we should rely on it.
What?
No, you need
Well,
some
I
way to
can't
check.
turn the cap in?
I think it's
Yeah.
fine for stores and shit to do it. I don't think you should have people relying on it. That's retarded. Like if I'm never gonna I'm not gonna buy an ID verification thing. So whenever I invite a girl over from Tinder, I can just like swipe their card at my door to make sure they're fucking 18 plus. It's
That's a good
the
point,
ultimate
though,
target.
that Dick makes. An ID is a contract with the government. It's not a contract with other people. If someone shows you their ID, you should very much be like, well, that's a piece of evidence I can use to try to deduce your age, but I'm not selling you liquor and I'm not selling you car insurance. So
I mean,
maybe I'll do a little
better
more
choice?
research.
Wait,
the
what is a
question,
better way of
Vito,
determining
Vito, the
somebody's
question becomes, can you have sex with anyone ever then? Because if you can never trust their ID,
Yeah,
you
if
just
can't
don't, you
trust,
just never.
like, you
What would
No,
the
you should.
substitute to
Well,
that be?
that's
bro,
say
she had
no.
big
I
tits,
think
bro. She
no.
couldn't be 16. Is like that the
I'm
argument
saying
we're
don't
going?
use their
They're out
ID.
there.
There were some.
That's a good argument, man.
Vito,
Yeah.
Vito, what do we do then? What is the
Wait, why do you?
Yeah, what's the alternative?
Yeah,
Nobody
what's
talk
the
about
Hang
Josh
out on
Gate.
Snapchat. Don't go to bars with 15-year-olds. I mean, I don't know, man. Every
No,
relationship
no,
has
no,
okay,
no, no,
then they
Right,
get
I
an
see the
easier.
wiggles.
Then they get an easier.
If there's no ID, I'm asking,
Good one,
what is what?
Ask
If there's
for
no
their
ID,
age.
15-year-olds are going to be in like all the bars.
Ask them what if they like stickers, and if the answer is yes, don't have
Okay,
sex
that's
with them.
retarded.
Dude, what's 16? Okay, did
A lot
anyone
of
talk about
grown-ass
Josh
women
Giddy?
like stickers.
I don't know
Ask
if you know
them
what the
what their
dating scene
grades
is like
are in
now,
math
but there are a
class.
lot of
Hey, my
adult
mom
girls
likes
that like
stickers.
stickers and Hello Kitty, and it's kind of fucked up.
Are you
so-
guys
you can't
IDing all
tell.
the women you? I just adults, so I've never run
don't
across a problem.
Yeah, I have to
I
agree
fuck.
with Vito.
I believe that.
Finally,
Vito.
I just don't
agree with
like.
fucking
I've never
Vito,
been in
bro.
a situation. Again, I'm a 35-year-old man. I'm having sex with other 35-year-old women. Like,
Men.
there's no chance of them and men,
That's
and
it.
there's no
Just men.
chance
Can you
of
say
them.
I'm gay? Can you say I'm fat and gay? Sorry.
Yeah. Oh, I'm gay and I am fat.
Can you say it the other way?
I feel
I'm fat and gay.
yeah.
There's the soundbite. There it is.
Is that really
Good work,
the
Turkey Tom.
sound
Good
bite
work,
you were
Turkey
after?
Tom. As
Thank
a
you.
fat
Sure,
gay
everybody-
man, I'm having sex with other fat gay men, and at no point have I looked at any of them and been like, "Hey, that's it might be underage." Like, you're an adult. I can understand if you're in your 20s, like maybe you're gonna be hitting the line.
We
and you gotta
all
be a
are.
little more
That's the
worried.
problem.
Yeah, most of
we're
us
all in
aren't
our
35
20s.
and fat and gay.
Yeah, like most people
True.
are going to be dating and having sex probably in their mid, early, and late 20s. They're definitely going to run into people who are probably in their early 20s, maybe potentially late teens. How are they supposed to verify their age?
Like, Vito, like I understand you're just saying like use judgment, which I don't think is entirely
Rely
like, the
more
worst.
on judgment than.
Yeah,
It's a part of it.
I don't-
It's a
I
part
don't
of
think
it.
that's
I'm not in my
like
20s.
entirely
Are all the
bad.
20-year-olds carding each other now? Is that
No,
a thing?
fuck no. Nobody's doing this shit.
Turkey
No,
Tom,
dude,
you
it's like-
carded a girl?
No one's carding anyone.
Nobody's
Well,
carding.
then what is the point of the
actually-
ID if no one's looking
You
at
want,
it?
you know what, Vito? I actually have carded a girl. Yeah.
You carded a girl. Okay.
Yeah.
So
That
it
makes
does
sense
happen
because
on
you have a
occasion.
fucking reputation,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
But,
and
like,
also he's
the
a
normal-
YouTuber, so he attracts like a bunch of like
the
It's
most
just
15, 40
everybody,
year olds.
everybody's
Exactly.
talking
You
about
have
it like
to.
it's the most common thing in the world.
Well,
and I-
obviously, Vito, we're fucking gay niche micro celebrity influencers, so obviously we're asking the question.
yeah,
kind
but
of from
that's
that
okay.
perspective.
Sure. Yeah, you should be carding people if you have, I don't know, if you're somebody who could be targeted.
You just don't
for
know. You're right. Say I don't know
Well,
again, because you just don't
I mean,
know.
I mean,
you
at the-
just know, do you?
20-year-olds. So yeah, I don't know. I'm fucking
don't
people in
know.
my own age.
What do
range.
you know?
Are
What
you
do you
fucking
know,
anyone?
Vito?
Yo,
I have never needed to card a girl. If you guys
But
are
is this
carding
going to
girls, that's
stop
great.
it? Is this going to stop an underage girl from getting? Because like, does
Nah,
it stop?
someone-
Does it stop liquor
What
sales?
the
No, I drank
I don't
underage.
think so, bro.
Does
It's
it
like-
stop
Stop,
underage
but there
smoking?
has
I
to be like
smoked
some
that
underage.
shit don't got nothing to do
there has
with
to be
you, bro.
some kind of barrier. It can't just be like, oh,
Sorry.
it's the Wild
There's
West
nothing-
because like
nothing's
some
gonna-
people get through.
I think
The law
really
isn't
made it
stopping
that-
anything. What's the point of the law?
Even
Tom,
if
have
there
you
is some
ever
law-
drunk-
made it
I-
go.
Tom, you-
But the thing about it is like if you take like age 15 to like 22 or like 15 to like 25, those people in that group, like if you're vetting between there, that's where this whole conundrum comes up, right? Like it doesn't necessarily come up for any other age group really if you're not like again 40 aiming for like 18-year-olds and that's all the you ever look at. If that's not the case, then it's only really a problem for like early 20-year-old people.
Yeah,
Right.
That's,
Like,
the
that's
biggest
still like
demographic.
millions
I mean,
of people.
I'm
millions of
20
people.
Let me
I'm
ask you a
27,
question.
and a girl like 3 months ago from a specific community that I interact with a lot. She messaged me. She was like flirting me. She was like, "Oh, you want to meet up to us?" Blah blah blah. And then I already flirted with her or whatever. And at the end, I was like, "Wait, how old are you?" And then she said she was 17. So I'm like, I'm
Not
27. It doesn't
You
matter.
got a lot of
not
anecdotes.
Everyone in your
Because
community
all
age
the sex
is
is
22, bro.
Nah, he
you-
puts the upper range for his Tinder age at like 20. That's the reason why.
I was
he gets
talking to this
the-
girl on
You
Club
need to
Penguin,
up
and I
that,
thought
bro.
she was of age, and then she said,
Well, Penguin It's like Snapchat, Instagram, Tinder.
Sounds like you're on Club Penguin.
Okay, let me do a slight refocus. Okay, so I think that the reason why this particular crime is different than all the others is because statutory rape is a strict liability offense. Okay, that means that you don't have to prove any like criminal state of mind when you're convicting somebody. That means that if you fuck somebody and they happen to be a minor, boom, you're fucked. Doesn't matter if you knew it, if you didn't know it, whatever. Right now, this type of thing doesn't exist for, say, if you serve alcohol to a minor. So let's say that a minor shows up to a store, they give you a fake ID, and then you sell them alcohol. I think the state's obligation generally, this is my very state, in Florida at least, I think if you ask them for the ID, then you're safe, as long as the ID looks real. But that same protection doesn't exist for an older person that a younger person or whatever. So the question is, should this type of inducement to commit this strict liability offense, should there be any responsibility on the minor here? Because the person that you're tricking has absolutely no defense in court if they get caught for this particular thing. That's like
so just to give an example of something like this that I saw that happened, I think it was in Florida. I believe the age of consent there is 16. And there was a case where a 19-year-old guy had met a girl who he thought was 17 online. They weren't influencers or whatever. They were just normal people. He meets up with her. Apparently they had at the park, and only after the fact he found out she was 14. He's now a registered sex offender when he thought he was having sex with a 17-year-old who I assume all you guys would say a 19-year-old, 17-year-old, who cares, right? But because she was actually under the age of consent by 2 years, he is now a registered sex offender as a 19-year-old and has to inform people in his community that he's a sex offender when he thought he was having sex with someone who was of age and like within reasonable age for him to have sex with. Like there was no problem with that in his mind.
Does anybody know what happened to Josh Giddey? Isn't he like the most recent person that was like, I think like 19 and the girl's like 16,
I don't think anything
17?
happened to that guy.
And I think
she did pursue charges. That's why.
Recent,
yeah, she didn't pursue charges.
But she couldn't. Didn't her family want to do something about it though?
No, they didn't because she lied. She lied about her age. That's why.
So wait. So if she lied about her age, then it's just up to the person if they want to pursue charges or not. Then it's like because like here's
that's a good question. I actually don't know how that works.
Because if that's the case, then I think most people that have lied and confirmed they lied, they wouldn't pursue charges just because that would be like probably a nightmare.
On the internet, when you hear cases like this and you hear that the other person lied about their age, instantly you're like, oh, wow, that's kind of fucked up. But there's no like legal precedent for that person to fight for themselves in court if they do press charges, which is what I think we're kind of talking about.
Also, hold on. This is a little bit of a misnomer. I could be wrong, but I don't think there actually is a thing as press charges. That's like not a real thing. If the police catch you doing something illegal and it's a criminal act, they will prosecute you for it if they have evidence for it. Now, you as an individual might call the police and report a crime. So in a way, or the cops might ask you like informally, do you want to press charges? Meaning, are you willing to be a witness to this particular thing? If we go to court and you say no, well, they have no witnesses. You can't really like press charges as a civilian. It's a criminal matter and it's up to the courts and the DA to do that.
Wait,
it's a shame there's no limit.
Wait,
that's that cancel culture brain shit.
Destiny, you can't chase after, like, let's say you're the victim of someone lying about their age. You can't get them, so to speak.
No.
I don't think it's a crime for a minor to lie to you about their age. That's just not a crime, I don't think.
Yeah, it's not a crime.
But the criminal discussion would be about whether or not it could be a crime, right?
If it's a crime like that, you're just going to get prosecuted. It's whether like you're actually going to be like a witness in the case of what he's saying. Like you don't have to press charges, quote unquote. If they can prove that you've done that, then you could be prosecuted.
Should you be able to civilly sue a minor in court for ruining your reputation? And
you should be able to. That would be awesome. That would be sick as
I think if there was women on this panel, they would all have done this shit, and none of them would let you send them to jail for it. Or take any. All of them have done this shit.
Speak on it.
Wouldn't it be defamation? Like if they're saying like this person raped me?
That's a civil suit though.
Yeah, so that would be what
maybe the real problem, considering this is all an all-male panel, maybe we can all come together to agree the real problem is women.
Actually, I don't think that's true.
Holy
That's insanely misogynistic. Fuck you.
Oh my!
What the?
How old are you, by the way? How old are you?
I'm 17 next week. Literally.
Thank you so much for
Oh my god! Oh, that freaked me out. I thought, who the f joined the?
Dude, I was so confused.
My fault.
All right, here's my question: should a judge be allowed to consider evidence that a minor lied about their age during sentencing? So you got a guy in front of you. He's accused of statutory rape.
Already do.
Okay, they might okay with that.
You said during
like,
sentencing,
are you okay
or
with somebody getting a lesser sentence?
He said during sentencing.
That they have text messages showing she said she was of age. I was misled. We think that's reasonable.
I'm fine with that.
He registered as a sex offender. That's what I think should.
Potentially. I
mean, if
think
he
that
lied,
it's
talking
really
about
case
the
by
actual
case.
sex.
I'm interested
I
in
think-
Fossil. Fossil seems to be saying like he's on the edge on that.
I think we already discussed this.
Okay,
as someone like you who only date or want to with women at least like 3 to 4 years in my range, I just never see that shit will happen. So it's like if I'm lied to, and then all of a sudden, like what the fucking child shows up at my door.
How old are you?
451.
Okay, I'm 21. 3 or 4 years of my age is 4 years younger than me. They could be in high school.
But it's
yes.
No, you're right. Nah, that's why I brought up what Relly said before, is that it actually is, but it seems more nuanced, right? Like how much of a population really are you? Like it seems like something that
there's a decent amount of 21-year-olds
to discuss this. Yeah, but it's still
the vast majority of people who are going to be dating and having sex are going to be in that age range. So it is.
People are the horniest when they're young,
and that's when you're gonna make the most mistakes.
15. You don't think 15 to 20-year-olds? Are you kidding?
You're gonna be very like quick to judgment. You're gonna be very just like ready.
I'm saying is that the law, like right now, y'all bringing in like the law is objective, bro. Like it's supposed to be objective as possible. Like, the law was for everyone. So,
it's a reflection of society. It's a reflection of society, and it changes.
But what we're talking about, if you're saying something like, "Oh, most people like 15 and 20 are gonna be fucking," that's a social thing. Like that depends on what fucking part of society are you on.
Yes,
it is.
That's also a biological thing.
What does it have to do with the question at hand? The question at hand is in regards to the consequences, which you seem unable to answer. And I'm embarrassed because you're my teammate. I feel like you should be able to answer clearly your reasoning behind this.
Oh, we've got a team divorce coming up. Carantos, do they have the option to do that?
These interracial relationships are so hard to make work.
Team divorce. I like that.
All right, can you rephrase the question one more time, just so I can be 100% clear?
Okay. So the question is, why do you not think that there should be a lesser sentence, or why do you not think there should be some kind of punishment for the minor if they lie about their age? Because the whole point of this hypothetical is that the adult thought they were doing something legal, and it turned out they were doing something illegal. And the point is that they were given every reason to think they were not doing something against the law, right? Why do you not see like?
And we're gonna 100% understand that the sexual action actually went down. Like sexual action went down.
Yeah, I don't think
so they had sex.
Let's give you a hypothetical. Wait. Shut up.
Oh,
let's give a hypothetical. Let's give a hypothetical. Wait, no, let me talk. First I'll give you the example. Let's say they don't have sex. Let's say they sexted, no nudes were sent.
No. I think the female. I mean, not the female. Holy shit, my bad. I'm being sexist like you, motherfucker.
No, sorry.
Yeah, I think there should be repercussions. I agreed with you from the beginning that there should be schooling, or there should be something that we have in place that we don't have now, where they should be taught the repercussions, or like the fact that they do have intent and they lied, and that they should be shown.
So let's take it. Let's take it one step further.
Real quick, right before Turkey takes it one step further, because he's about to hold that thought, Turkey. We are at the bottom of round 1. Make sure you guys vote to which team you want to keep, not kick. Good luck.
What do you mean you need to teach people what's wrong or right? Don't you like literally learn that?
Y'all keep conflating. Like there's a double thing. There's two things going on here. Y'all also saying that the young one who lied should have consequences, but y'all also saying that on the side of that, because they having consequences, that the person who offended should be have lesser sentence because they were lied to or manipulated.
But it's not even just like lying.
As an adult, I do not think that if you get caught in this situation.
It's not even just lying though. They're going through like 3 different hoops. They're lying. Yeah. They're going to a bar underage. They're messaging up.
Let's try it different, because you're getting to a more interesting question.
This is corny, because if you had like some underprivileged ass dumbass third world country child trying to lie, like some Ethiopian child that's a scammer and learn how to do the scam.
Right. How about this?
Child, no, this is.
Wait, hold on, Fossil.
No, I want to hear about Ethiopia.
Ethiopians catching strays. I want to know.
Understand this, because y'all keep attributing like this kind of moral standard to a child who has a whole bunch of autonomy that could have been given to them from birthright, motherfucker. Like they could just have a whole lot of action. They could have people who already giving them IDs and already showing them things. Like, look, listen.
Fossil, stop.
Can I give you a
irrelevant jump in?
Can I give you a hypothetical? And this is something that everybody can engage in because it sounds like it's kind of getting to this point anyway.
Actually, unfortunately, irrelevant. I'm so sorry about your hypothetical. Unfortunately, irrelevant. That hypothetical, because the round was over, that hypothetical is never going to be heard. By Sky Williams and Technicals, because that is the team that has been voted off. I am so sorry. Sky Williams and Technicals, you're at the bottom of the vote.
I can't believe it. The girl voice would have saved you. I'm not gonna lie.
I thought the girl voice would actually.
That's why I pulled it out. That's why I pulled it out.
I thought that was the carry right there.
Yeah. All right.
And the refocus. It's probably me, honestly. Technicals, you carried. You went.
No, Sky, you got the energy.
I thought "You're Never Gonna Catch Me" was gonna get him knocked out, but I guess not.
No, I thought like I'll never get caught. I was like, oh, he's gone.
You forgot what community you were appealing to here, so yeah. Go ahead.
Anyway, Drew. All right, thanks for having me. It was fun.
All right, you guys.
Thank you for coming on, Sky.
Thank you, Technical. Bye. Have fun.
Have a good one.
Okay, congratulations.
Can I ask my hypothetical though?
Yeah,
I know we want to move on.
Yeah.
Okay,
Go ahead.
let's say somebody, because I personally, right, at 17, I had gray hairs. I still have gray hairs, right? So me at 17, right? With my gray ass hairs, 6 foot tall. Let's say I meet somebody, a woman who's like 25 or something like that, and we have sex. I produce her a fake ID. I produce her like a passport, all this shit. Like I go through and I have the goddamn, like I could be served 50 years in prison. How many fake documents I have, right? Fake birth certificate and everything. And then she has sex with me. Should she face any time at all?
No.
I
Come
say
on.
no, but that's
What, are we going to
such an
protect
insane
17-year-old boys from
Okay, so we
28-year-old
disagree.
women? No.
So we disagree with the idea that I forget what the word Destiny said earlier
It's
about
strict liability.
Strict liability. That the statutory should not be a strict liability. It should be as a result of the reasonable assumptions that somebody can make based off the information they're given when they have sex with another person. So we all agree with that, yes or no?
I think that's very reasonable.
I think that's very reasonable too. Just to be clear, but it sounds like Evil Fossil disagrees because you kept saying over and over again, "F it, bro." Like, dude, you're 100% on the spot. Do you agree that if I produce a sufficient amount of like fake documentation, like I genuinely look like I could be in my early 20s, and I can prove this in a court, that I should face any, or this hypothetical other woman should face any jail time or legal?
Let's say I want a 5,000-year-old dragon.
Okay, shut up.
She looks
Vito,
like a
Vito,
4-year-old.
Vito, weeaboo retard.
Vito,
I
stop.
want to hear the guy's question. Okay,
This is
Evil Fossil.
Schizo Connection. Please engage my hypothetical now, because I just finished reading about a case where a dude beat up a trans dude, because in his words in court, he said, "I felt violated because I had my sucked by a dude." Right? And then what happened was he got off. Why? Because they looked at the history of the dude that he killed. And he had sex offenders where he had sexual assault. He did mad different shit, and the person who got off defense.
Yeah, he got.
I feel like this isn't the same. I feel like this is completely different.
No, because one, the crime is so egregious on the younger person's end, or like I'm trying to like extrapolate to my bad.
I think I understand where you're going with this.
See
The
where I'm
idea
going,
is
right?
that the
Like,
crime is so
just go-
egregious that there should be a punishment for somebody who performs that action, even if they're
like once you have all those, you going to jail as a 17-year-old with all those illegal documents for like forgery, bro, and like doing something that not even adults could do. Like you're going to jail for something that 99% of the populace.
All right,
can't
I don't
even
want this
engage
to be
with.
the Kim show. Do we have a second time?
You know what? No, hold on.
Also, wait. Also, yeah.
Vito's
Let me
had enough
before quick.
Oh,
Yeah. Vito's good with the kid. he knows the question too is when can white people say the N-word? So he wants to get to that topic, okay?
Okay,
No, I'm just kidding. Just real quick, just as a quick.
stop.
No, wait. As a quick insertion, the reason why it's considered a strict liability offense is because in society we've decided that f***ing minors is a bad thing, a very bad thing, and also that you don't want every single person that f***s a minor to go to court and be like, well, I really thought she was 18, and then every single case becomes that you've got to prove the fact that this guy knew that this person was underage, which is a really hard thing to do, and that's why it's a strict liability crime. Just as a heads up, okay?
Well, could you not make special
topic.
because we're talking about
No,
something
stop
else.
milking it.
New
No,
topic.
stop. Irrelevant. Stop.
Yeah.
But actually, before even this, real quick, before we move on to the next topic, I just want to highlight the fact that we just spent like an hour pretty much talking about the hypothetical of a girl that's underage tricking a guy that's older. We never even tried to think about it the other way around.
Wait,
And
I
that's
did.
what-
My hypothetical was I was a
Okay,
17-year-old.
okay. Don't be
Listen, I
progressive,
saw
don't be
that too. I
progressive.
put that out there, bro.
No, I'm just saying. Like I've seen plenty of cases around too where women, and I don't know why, it's like a teacher had a train ran on her by a bunch of 14-year-olds, whatever the fuck, and everybody in the comments is like, "Damn, where were those teachers when I was growing
those
up?"
boys
I just
are
had to-
heroes. That's a totally different
See,
situation.
but that's fucking no, but that's crazy. No, that's
No
crazy.
way.
As long
I
as the
need to-
teacher was hot.
So okay, so you guys are cool with like hot girls being peas. Just want to get that
Oh
out there.
no,
No.
just
No.
to be clear.
No. The boys are
But,
heroes.
yeah.
The woman is a criminal.
Come on. Look, I'm just saying.
Put her in
When-
jail.
Like
Maybe
women
she'll
can
get
get away.
raped again.
No,
Women
it's,
can
di-
get
it's
away with
different. You can fuck up a whole, like if you got a teenage girl, you can older man and men are all predatory can fuck up her entire life. Knock her up, brainwash her, keep her in a pumpkin shell, and keep
Bro,
her very
what?
well. Older women, you can't really fuck up a 17-year-old guy's life the same way you can fuck up a 17-year-old
Are
girl's
you
life. It's
serious?
different. It's fucking different. Of course, it's
What
you
about-
can't have a
yeah,
kid
I'm
as a
about to
guy.
say,
Of course,
yeah,
it's
you
different.
can.
It's
You
still
can get
predatory, but
pregnant.
it's very
Do you know
different.
how
It's very
badly that could
different.
fuck up a dude?
That is
Nah,
a
do you
crazy
know
take.
where you
I
think
mean-
It is
fuck
very
boys come from,
different.
bro.
I-
They're not the same. Boys and girls are not
no
the same.
experience then. You don't got no experience then. Emotionally, do you know how much damage it could do to a fucking teenage dude if
Yeah,
you
the girl has that too, but there's
woman, bro,
also a physical
who's
element to the
scared?
girls.
Out
It's
here,
way
bro. I'm
worse.
getting
It's
mad.
way
What
worse.
you're saying is
Yo, you
true.
bugging, bro.
Like
It's
You're
way
bugging.
worse. It's predatory, but it's way
bad.
worse.
No,
The-
son,
the-
no.
the
It will
perfect
fuck that dude
is
up,
that-
man.
Yeah,
It'll
you think
make him
dads?
so,
Hey, do you
bro.
think dads are sitting their boys down saying, "Now, son, you got to really be careful for these 28-year-old women that want to suck your every day"? That's not happening, you idiot. That's happening to teenage girls.
Okay, hold on. God damn it. Okay, let me real quick.
Fossil,
Okay,
hold on.
I have to because I've got to do the as a father thing. Okay, Jesus, barely as a father. Okay, but as a father nonetheless. Okay, listen. Okay, the idea children look at parents or children look at teachers or adults as like authority figures that they have this implicit trust in. The idea that as cool and as awesome as it seems, and I feel that. Okay, I'm a big Coomer. The idea of I'm 14 years old being by my amazingly hot female teachers sounds like a cool idea as an adult, but when you're a kid, I imagine that could f your mind up in so many different ways. Like if it's a teacher and now you've got to go to them because you've got trouble on the playground, or if some drama happens, or if you're getting bad grades, like even for a boy, I think they can f your head up really hardcore.
No, I think the point is that it's just easier to victimize young women than young. I think young boys are more prepared to hopefully get out of that situation.
And a teacher, yeah, it's the relationship, it's the
How?
trauma.
I don't
Yeah.
think that's
Oh, true. And actually,
women are just
let's be
stupid.
real.
They're
Let's be
easily
real.
tricked.
The
Worse on
trauma, the
anything
real
right now,
trauma
bro.
here
You're
is
bugging.
what's the worst that can happen if a girl gets raped? Okay, she gets pregnant, gets an abortion. What's worse happens if a boy gets raped? The teacher gets pregnant. Now you're on the hook for 18 years.
Yeah. Did you think
Can
about
you
that?
imagine?
Nick, did
Can
think
you
about that?
imagine? Can you imagine 70% of your allowance going to child support? How is your life? Okay, I'm done. I'm sorry.
You gotta take
No,
the
it
trauma
actually
stuff,
did. No,
too.
Vito, it actually did. Hold on. Stop, Vito. There was
What's
a
the
case
chance
where an underage guy was pretty much raped, I don't like to say that word, by his teacher, made her pregnant, or by somebody that's older than him, made her pregnant, and then like she was like, I need child support, and then he had to pay.
That
So
was
it
an
actually
Adam
happened.
Sandler
have to
movie.
pay?
Yeah.
It actually
Yeah.
happened. Yes, legally too, he had to pay 100%.
I heard about, but is that true that he actually
But
had to pay?
Yep.
Wait, let's
I-
wait
I-
real quick.
I-
Here,
yeah,
take
I'll
what I
take
say.
your word
This-
for it,
I
but
was in a
I heard
recent
about it.
situation.
I don't know about that.
I was in a recent situation. I actually went to clarification. I had sex with this woman unprotectedly, and I bought her a Plan B afterwards. She said verbatim, "I took the Plan B. I took it, Darius. I took the Plan B for you." Clickety clack clack clack. So, and then I was like, "Okay, you did it." And then later on in life, she says, "Oh, I had to get an abortion for our kid." If she would have had that kid, would I have to pay a child support? Even though she, even though she told me that she had a she took the fucking Plan B.
You better go make sure she took that, Darius.
How am I supposed to in a real
That's why you put it in her milkshake without her knowing, you idiot.
Darius, the real question is,
you don't trust her to do it.
Let's shove her down the stairs just to be sure.
Also, she murdered the baby. That's up. Yeah.
Why did you not just pull out, Darius? Seriously,
it's romantic to come in somebody. It's like nice. It's a good feeling. It's like, oh,
you're not having romance with this slut. You're just fucking her. So
I mean, that's so true, bro. On my mama, I didn't think about it at the time though. I was just like, I watched a lot of Fruits Basket.
I think doing it on her face.
I watched a lot of Fruits Basket.
Nah,
so you
nah.
had to knock a girl up, give her a Plan B.
It's like romantic, man. It's like a isekai anime shit, man. It's like
was the abortion romantic too?
I never watched an abortion anime.
The abortion would be romantic if it happened, but I mean, like, regardless, either way,
What do you mean if it happened? Did it not happen?
Shut your ass up.
Well, you just said it happened, like and now you're saying it didn't happen.
Going on Snapchat and talking to 15-year-olds about Fruits Basket.
I'm just saying.
Grow up. Stop this.
It's not a grow up situation.
Why are all these children messaging me? And then you're like, I watched an isekai about it. Come on.
I like good anime.
That's what you know, Darius. You're a piece of shit for bringing this up because this is exactly what we talked about.
Yeah.
Are we doing the child support round?
No, we're not.
Your bitch ass better not act like you're a.
Can we have a new question or something?
Hold on.
Act like a goddamn victim in 2 minutes.
I gotta go.
Who the fuck? Wait, stop.
Punish yourself. Self-harm.
Stop. Drink yourself into staying quiet for a relevant sake, Darius. You know what I mean? Because I don't know what Gavin's talking about. Well, he just got triggered.
You're a liar.
I'm just saying. Abortion is satanic, okay? RIP to the baby. Okay, moving on.
Keep in mind that Karantos is a little bit loaded there.
Do Muslims believe in Satan?
He doesn't believe in abortion because they'd lose other child soldiers.
I thought he was broke.
Listen, the earlier they come, the better. Pause. Okay.
Wait.
What the? What the?
I'll mute everybody. Stop talking. Can we move on? Thank you. Okay. Holy shit. Nice question. Fun question. Is Pal World a rip-off Pokemon? Shut the fuck up, bro. You want to talk about your abortion? Can we move on? Can we switch gears? Bro, listen, this show's random. Okay, we can do all topics.
I'll let you further. I played that game. I feel like. Did anyone here play Rust?
We're not talking about Pal World. Shut the fuck up.
Let's
talk about child support.
No, we're not talking about
child support.
What's wrong with Pal World? What's wrong with Pal World?
All right, you know what? So I think I know where this question came from because one of Destiny's females for topics, and I told her that we should talk about AI art, and somehow it got to Pal World. So I think the real question should be: Is AI art ethical?
No, that's another question.
That's a much better question.
Hold on. For the future.
Here's a good question. Are the existing child support laws fair towards men?
Let's ask Darius. You know what? Should we start by asking
about?
Why is Turkey Tom given the script before? Now I'm triggered. Why is he given the questions before he's even on the show?
I don't know who gave him the script.
Yeah, what is that?
I think games like Pal World, Rust, they're all boring, and you have to force yourself to like them. They're good time sinks because you can just sit there and do nothing for hours. But I'd rather play Cookie Clicker, some like weird autistic game where I could just kind of like make a little army that kind of does stuff for me.
You're autistic and you're not having a social experience.
Dude, you have Funko Pops in your room and you're calling me autistic. Kill yourself, dude. Like, don't talk. Shut the fuck up.
All the 15-year-olds on Snapchat like to talk about Pal World.
Or no, they talk about Funko Pops.
No, they talk about Funko Pops.
Hold on, stop. I gotta defend the Pal World question. It's okay. It's a fine question. The Pal World question was fine. Okay,
sure,
it's fine. It was fine.
You know what? It's fine. I'll answer it.
It's a question of intellectual property.
If you've actually played Pal World and you played Pokemon, it's like nothing like that game. It's like a weird like Minecraft Rust type thing with like these little Minecraft rip-off characters. And I mean, people will say it's like intellectual property theft, but who cares about intellectual property anyway? It's
I feel like the
gay,
characters in that
whatever.
game also all look the same.
Actually,
dude.
you know what's
I gotta say
happening with
something that's
Power
God's
World?
honest. And Pokemon needed some goddamn competition. That's what
Yeah,
it fucking
Pokemon
needs.
got
It's
boring.
getting way
Even
too fucking
competition.
complacent and
Here's the thing.
stale.
Power
It
World
needs some more
is
shit to be
farming.
able to keep it
Power
alive.
World is farming the shit out of y'all. If anything, the only thing Power World is feasting off is the culture that Pokemon breed. But in actuality, there's absolutely nothing to do with
No,
Pokemon. Y'all honestly just get psyoped. Listen,
I'm processing what you're saying.
Game is way more like Valheim than it is anywhere close to Pokemon. If anything that they did, bro, if all they did was
guys, we're not going to go around where we talk about how great Power World is. Why don't we make the question?
No,
intellectual property.
No, we're not doing. We're not doing it. You know what? I'll switch. Okay. You know what? Stop. Okay. Stop. I'll switch the question.
I like the
character. Still be connected.
Because it's important.
Evil, stop. Okay, evil.
Legal thing.
Shut up. Thank you.
Yes.
I think that Power
Why
World
are
is
you
very
talking? I
similar.
muted two niggas and you want to stop? Okay. It's still about Power World, but kind of technically, right? So lots of people look down on AI art. This is the question, by the way. Lots of people look down on AI art and actively discourage people from supporting services or games that use AI art. Power World being one of them. In your opinion, is AI art real art? Also, should we regulate or ban AI for certain professions?
To be clear, Corantos, thanks to your excellent research,
How you
would probably know that. Wait, why are you talking? I'm in the middle of a sentence, motherfucker. Okay, Tazon Day, chill the out for.
Listen here, motherfucker. Now I'm coming at you.
Oh, he lagged when he said that.
Oh my god. Fossil just destroyed him with his mind. Holy shit.
Worst teammate. We have an AI ever.
Misinformation. Power World is not AI art. If they did anything, they like the director of the game is just somebody who did AI art game, and he's a proponent for AI. Now people like to try to say that it's AI art, and some of the assets is derivative, extremely derivative. But bro, to make a game is completely like. Has nothing to do, like creativity is like one of the smallest aspects of what go into a game and what goes into a fun experience. Power has made it possible to have a exemplary fun experience that it may be derivative, it may not be all that creative.
Experience, dude. It's like the same thing as every other Survivor build
That's
game.
not the question. We're not talking about Power World.
You can't have fun. That's on you, bro.
Okay, Power World apparently doesn't have AI art.
In a real sense, in a 100% real sense, you like Power World because it's like
about Power World. Shut up.
You Power because it's like
Vito, what's your problem with
Trump
Power
of video games, dude.
We're talking about AI art. That's the
It's like an NDA on Power World or
the whole shit with the AI art. Y'all do know, like, if you're actually artists, that when digital art came out, traditional artists had the same kind of problems with digital art when it first came out. Talking about plagiarism, talking about mimicking and stealing people's content. You know that, right? Like, I mean, if you understand the art industry,
but it was not on this level.
Amount. Of course,
I know
it's not, because
AI
is revolutionary. Because AI is revolutionary, but it's the same.
Okay, then how is it the same?
Bullshit. It's this.
That's like saying the Civil War is the same thing as like a World War. It's like two different things. It could be different situations.
Power World,
listen, as a consumer,
right?
Whatever brings me a product that I enjoy for cheaper and more reliably, I'm here for it.
Based.
Power World did not use AI. So if we're talking about AI, we
That's
don't need
it.
to talk about Power
World.
World.
is like going to Aldi's, man. Like it's just like
all they did was just culturally appropriate Pokemon, and everybody salty and tight. That's it. Like all the designs, if you're an artist, you know that it's actually harder to make something that still looks good and looks like something else than it is to make something completely new on its own. So like the fact that they have designs that still look like a game and is actually likable, but it kind of still looks like Pokemon. And how many Pokemon ripoffs has been coming off over the last 20 to 30 years?
Was the question about derivative works or is it about AI? Because Power
World
is not AI.
About AI art. Yes, it is.
To be clear,
Power World does not have AI.
Yes, I've said that.
Relevant to an AI discussion.
Okay, Power World does not use AI art. The question is, AI art is technology that uses other people's art. It collates it from the internet to make original artwork and puts it out there. A lot of artists are mad about this. They're mad about the fact that AI art basically makes it very easy to replace them because they're art is replaceable. Frankly, Asmongold got a lot of shit for a take recently where he said, honestly, you know, it doesn't really matter what the artist thinks of AI art. What matters is what the consumer thinks, and if the consumer is willing to buy a product that uses AI art technology, then like you can't convince the average person who has like bills and groceries to worry about to care about a artist. You can't convince
Yeah,
that.
I'll be for real with you. You guys know Susu JPG? I paid like $5 to get free nudes on Where's my Telegram? I get to get like nudes of her AI drawn. She made it herself. She's using the AI model for herself just to give her own like naked photos out to the people for free. Not for free, but it's like costs a little bit. But it's like I think it's a fine bit. I think it's fun.
I think the issue with AI is training data.
But Darius, here's the question. In that case, in that closed circuit case, obviously this whatever porn star you follow, she's consenting. Okay, she's consenting to pictures of her or whatever to be put out there. What about like just, you know, AI technology that uses random people's art that don't consent to it being used?
Is this technically illegal? Are you putting out a picture behind a paywall?
On the internet wasn't a
we've already as a culture banned those people from Twitter. Like the Taylor Swift that happened, all that shit's banned.
I'm not talking about. We're talking about just artwork.
Let's just talk in general. Like, let's talk in general.
Let's talk in general. Get your mind out of the fucking gutter, you coomer.
Well, that's all I want to think about. But even that, like, we ban that stuff. We ban stuff that's like obviously blatant plagiarism. That's like, or
but
just
it's
like
banned from Twitter. It's not banned like worldwide.
But the question
we shun as a society.
AI art is not blatant plagiarism. It's not. It's more.
Wait, what do you want to ban specifically?
We shun it. We already shun it. We've already as a group.
Do we shun it?
What is it?
Yes, we do. We do.
Maybe they shut it on Twitter, but ChatGPT.
Hold on. Darius, you want to ban certain AI art or all AI art?
No, I love AI art, bro. Like, well,
then what are you talking about banning? You're saying we banned it. What did we ban?
I'm not saying ban. I'm saying we've not banned it, but we've publicly already like it's like a guy who's a sex offender, right? Like we've already publicly been like, okay,
what are you talking about? You're a retarded person.
No, that makes sense. You're not even listening to me.
You can't keep yourself from flirting with 16-year-olds.
I can't stop myself. That's why I said I've multiple times stopped myself. I've never been hooked. I'm just saying that like with AI stuff, there's
a social backlash.
Let me speak. Yeah, with like the Disney thing, Disney released this AI art that was like Mickey Mouse and all this. We all were like, oh, that's AI. That's weird fingers and all that.
I mean, the thing is, the point that Asmund is making is like Twitter people in the Twitter echo chamber care, but that's not representative of the greater population. The average person, if you showed them that and told them it's AI art, they'd be like, oh, okay, it looks good.
Wasn't there a boycott? There was a boycott, a writer boycott. Was it for like
That's the same thing with anything. That's the same thing with anything.
Did it
you do a Miss America
writing? There was AI. There was a controversy. There was
that
like
was part of the WGA terms was they were trying to outlaw the use of AI in written productions for film and
no, but that's,
something like that. And there was
the average person you give them anything, they think it's
obviously
good.
Writers are upset and artists are upset. That makes perfect sense.
Because writers and artists,
if your income relies on being a creative and technology exists to take over, you're going to be upset. The question is
the artist is already sold out. Since when has the artist not been a commodity on the internet, bro? Honestly, these Tumblr artists, like you said, these Twitter artists with they dragon dildo fan communities that they do, they really got way too much validation off the internet. Honestly, they've been commodities. Their opinions don't fucking matter. Fuck out of here, learn to adapt. AI is a goddamn tool, bro. It's just a tool that they don't want to adapt to. Like I said, back in the day when motherfuckers had traditional to digital, a lot of motherfuckers didn't want to move over and they didn't want to change their styles because they invested their egos and they invested their artistic style and prowess into something already, and they thought that they could have a voice to stop people from moving. All that just ego, bro. Like like you're participating in a market that has more to do than just your artistic skill. And yes, the director who tight because Marvel slapping can shut the fuck up, bro, because everybody's still gonna watch the Marvel movie, bro. And if you want to have a artistic piece that's appreciated, you can still put it out and people will still support you. You just mad that millions and millions of people.
All right, Fossil.
It's all envious, jealousy.
Well, we have copyright laws and IP laws to protect artists, right? Like we decide that's why we're doing that. It seems reasonable to have restrictions on selling AI content that was trained on a property that you don't own.
I would
know what I
also
mean?
say that artists who, right now there have been leaks that proved exactly which artists their works were used to train these AI models.
Yeah.
I think those artists are absolutely entitled to some sort of revenue or royalty for the fact that these models were trained on their work.
Okay,
I
hold on.
think
Let me insert a little bit of nuance in the conversation. Okay, so the issue is people wanted to go at this from an IP point of view, whereas they wanted to originally claim the works were derivative, right? But you can't really do that because the AI is creating something that doesn't appear to be derivative. So instead, people focus on the data training sets. So the question is, what is the meaningful difference between an AI that trains on copyrighted data sets versus an individual person that learns how to draw based on copyrighted images?
There isn't really one, and you can't copyright an art style, can you? You can't copyright an art style.
No, you can't copyright an art style, but let's be clear: the human brain does not inject an art file and then restore it to memory the way a computer does.
Tom, people have lost style lawsuits, like what we were talking about.
Dick is right.
Bro.
There have been style lawsuits, and Dick is right that there have been artists.
Can you like describe that to me a little bit?
So I forget the song. It was recent, but a guy got sued by the estate because his song sounded too much. It had the same vibe as the previous song, and he got found to be in violation of copyright infringement. I don't agree with the ruling,
ridiculous,
but yeah, it kind of means at some point, like, we can't make any new music if you take it to the extreme.
Also, I would want to be like really clear. That isn't technically people being sued for style copyrights. It's because they were trying to make the argument that the underlying music was similar enough that they're making the argument that it was a derivative work, that he basically copied lines of melody or copied rhythms or copied things exactly. I don't believe you can just copyright a whole style.
No, I'll go look up, or I don't know. I'll try to look up the case, but it wasn't an exact copy, but it was close because music is just chords and then melody.
Is this the case that was it Paramore and Olivia Rodrigo?
There's a 2 point. You know what? The whole shit is that y'all think that we have like this system that if someone plagiarizes, then instantaneously we shun them. And actually, we have a system where if you find a way to get away with plagiarism, it's all.
It's celebrated. It's celebrated, yeah.
Right? Yeah, you don't even realize how many works that you love is just stolen from people who just silent and don't got a platform.
I think it
to
just
be able
matters
to say
whether or not the
anything.
final product is good and people like it, and then people tend to not give a fuck if it's plagiarized.
Exactly.
Actually, that's
we are abandoning the
society,
concept
we got
of
a
protecting
market.
people if we just
We
let
don't
AI
have
run
anything that
havoc
protect people. That's
on
bullshit.
creative works.
That's what I'm telling you.
Which
That's
is fine,
bullshit.
but that's a choice we're gonna have to make. Like, we're not protecting anybody. They can train their data on anything, including shit they don't own. But they're just gonna be ripoffs on an industrial scale at that point, which I don't think is good.
There is a lawsuit against, is it OpenAI for Wall Street Journal for training other shit?
Probably.
Well, I believe there have been some artists who have said, look, you plug my name in and it spits out an image, and I can literally take like elements of the image and overlay them onto my own art, and it's a 1-to-1.
No, it's like
this section of the painting. It's kind of like a collage sometimes.
Of course, it's gonna happen, but that's 99% of AI is not that, bro. Like, again, you're just listening to somebody who's in your face, somebody who you see, who's getting plagiarized.
But don't you think morally, okay, look, let's say it's legal to take these people's work and feed it into your computer and make $1 billion, because let's be clear, all these AI companies are about to become rich as shit. Shouldn't morally we as a society say, look, you need to compensate these people. The only reason this program exists is because of the creativity that sprung from their brain. Give them a royalty, pay them a licensing fee to feed their works into your machine. I think we as a society can adjust the laws to say, can't just take
you
their
like
work.
Right now is going through massive layoffs. Artists is getting swatted out the sky. You know how much,
and you want more of them to
anime. You know how many anime artists is struggling and starving, nigga, and they art is getting.
So your argument is less of them should get paid? What is your argument?
I'm saying I'm being a realist. I'm not saying less of them to get paid. I'm an artist my goddamn self. I would
do I feel bad for the artists or not? The ones who are getting laid off, should I feel bad for them?
You don't know you shouldn't. I
shouldn't feel bad for people getting laid off.
No, you shouldn't.
I don't
Vito,
want to
don't you do,
live
like,
I
in a.
think it's
You
fair to say
shouldn't.
that you can feel bad for them, but also recognize.
Well,
that
he's saying not to
this
feel
might be
bad for
better.
them because this is the future. We spit it all into a computer
It's
in
not
the
future,
spirit
it's
of.
the present. That's what I'm saying. It's not the future, it's the present, bro.
I think-
You just obviously
Can
you
I
don't
ask?
know
I
Can,
think
can I ask
artists
one?
should
Can
be
I ask one
rightfully
question? Here's
compensated.
something I'm curious about, right? So for the people that are pro restricting the data training sets, where you're saying that you shouldn't be able to train it on copyrighted stuff, okay? Let's say that I have a third generation of like animated cartoons, okay, that are all cool, and these artists were all inspired by like second generation animations, and then we go all the way back to like first generation animations, okay, from like 100 or 200 years ago. I don't know when the first animations were. What if you were to take an AI thing, train it on that until it basically generated the second generation animations, and then trained that on that and just basically reconstructed like human animations? You've caught up to where we were. How would you ever like enforce or regulate that sort of data training?
Well, you'd have to prove all this in court. Like if you did
Yeah.
get taken to court for your cartoon, you'd have to, your defense would be, look, we proved we trained it on this, that trained it on this, and then the judge might say, depending on where we land, is, well, you can't do that. That's illegal. You owe them money. Which
You
I
would
would be
still
okay with
have
that because I
bitching
think the
artists,
system right now is
basically.
heavily
You have
weighted
bitching
towards
artists.
these giant entertainment conglomerates, and I don't like that. Like I don't like that all of our culture is created by Disney. And I think there are laws in place, financial laws that have made that an inevitability. So I don't
Didn't
mind.
your teammate just say that our stuff is there because the artists? Which one is it? Is it because the artists put the art out and make all our shit, or is it because
Yes, but the corporate
corporations are
entities that
mongoose
run
was
the
able to do it?
corporations that run entertainment are monolithic. I don't like that. I think it's had a disastrous effect
It's
on our
some
culture.
bullshit, bro. Like the artists wouldn't even get it in front of you in the first place without these corporate mongoose who's just fucking
I don't think that's.
monolithic, bro.
I'm not gonna just accept that.
I think
I
what
don't
Dick is
accept that
referring
art
to
doesn't
is that
exist without.
you
I don't
can-
accept that art
That's
doesn't
not-
exist unless Disney is publishing it. Okay,
I
art
think-
has existed in the public sphere well before these corporate monoliths. They've
Of
come
course,
along and
they
they've.
I mean, we were just talking about
starving,
Power
and
World.
they
Is Power
wasn't
World
making
owned by like a
billions, nigga.
multi-billion-dollar company?
Give me one era in this world where artists was making
Wait,
billions
hold
on
on.
their own.
Okay, to be clear-
Let other niggas jump in.
Okay.
Fossil. Let other niggas jump in.
Also, Disney artists
Yeah,
don't
my
get paid
bad, I'm mad.
billions. The CEO does. Disney artists don't get paid billions of dollars. There's no artist making billions of dollars.
That's what I'm saying. At any time in history, for human history, ever, when has the artist been making billions of dollars off their work? And when hasn't
Well,
it been?
Banks
I mean,
made
isn't there like a certain
a lot of
who
famous
came
artists
and
who have
took their
made
shit
good
and did it.
money. Damien Hirst, like
Are like manga artists?
How much?
like,
How much
pretty-
does like Hideo Kojima make?
a good
How about-
amount. I mean, he owns
Probably
the
a
company.
fucking gig. Yeah,
I mean,
that's that.
I mean,
nigga.
probably a lot.
Isn't Gigi?
That's that nigga.
President.
Is
How many
it-
Well,
is it
people
Disney-
been
hold on,
president?
you
Fossil, do you
forget-
think the
Hold on,
balance
hold on,
between
hold on.
artists
Correct
and
my
go
pronunciation,
ahead.
Chad. Sorry,
Disney
Chad.
used
Isn't
to be
Gigi
owned
Akutama?
by Walt Disney. Walt Disney was an animator. So I have no problem when the artists at the top are making tons of money. Walt Disney made a fortune and he was an artist. Okay, so you can't say, "Oh, the artists never get paid," and also
Yes,
you're
I
saying
can.
you don't.
It's an anomaly, bro. This,
Well,
like I
Disney was
said,
one of the richest
Obama,
men
nigga.
alive. What are you talking about?
I'm the president. Nigga. How many artists starve and die, nigga? Like
A lot.
everybody die. All right then. Majority
A lot of people
stuff.
starve
We
and
can agree
die,
that the
not
vast
just
majority
artists.
of artists who are making the content that we consume are not being paid multiple millions of dollars.
Dude,
Now-
Walt Disney drew.
and-
Sure.
Not even
And-
close. If anything, they're being underpaid. Like the struggle with the artists is that it is
Right. So let's have some laws
extraordinarily so
in
that people
favor of
be
the artists,
underpaid.
right? That's all
Yeah,
I'm saying.
you're
Like
saying-
in the balance of between artists and like conglomerates that sell their art, I would like to see more laws coming weighing in favor of the artists.
How
Or,
are you saying
everyone
artists
was
are
towards them.
underpaid and also they're a bunch of pretentious fucks and we shouldn't feel bad when they lose their jobs?
It's
You're
kinda
arguing
because they
two
artists.
lanes.
Yeah, because they artists.
Pick
What
one.
do you mean?
So they're artists,
they
and that's
artists.
just
So
the
they
way.
deserve to starve and
They
die?
deserve
Your
more
Honor, they're
or less.
artists.
Do they
They're
deserve
artists,
more
Your
or
Honor.
less? Do artists
Bro, if you
deserve?
give the artists more, they probably gonna
Hold
stop
on.
doing art. Honestly, son.
If you give them
Like,
more,
I'm-
they don't want to make
deserve
art
to
anymore.
They gotta
We
stay
have to
miserable.
start. We have
It's
to
art
starve
from
them.
the
How do we
suffering,
stop
bro.
later
Let them
lady
suffer.
ballers? That's all I want to know. How do we
Yeah, we
never
gotta get
have
rid of that
another
Lady
lady
Ballers
ballers?
movie.
I think
Well,
so.
the problem with
Here's
Lady
like a
Ballers is That's
question.
what happens when artists have money.
Yeah, so here's a question
What
for
if Ben
So
Shapiro
keep them
steps
broke,
in?
and you'll get what you want.
because
Good
there are
point.
we get a lot of content creators on this panel, right? So here's a question. I think one argument that somebody might forward is the idea that these mega corporations are important because art today to produce at a high quality, and even arguably in the past, takes a lot of capital, takes a lot of initial investment. And without anybody there to make those types of investments, you would get a lot of stuff that just wouldn't exist. So for example, when we look at a lot of like classical music, like Mozart and stuff, like a lot of these people were court composers. Their pieces were commissioned by kings. They weren't just writing in the passion of their upstairs, bedroom or apartment. They were literally being paid like huge amounts of money by, royalty to compose these songs. And then today, if you wanted to animate something, like unless you're willing to sit for 2 years and work on one project, you probably need like a team of people and everything to do it. And who's going to front the capital risk for that if it isn't like large corporations? I guess, how do you like deal with that?
Well, I mean, that ties back into the AI art thing and why I'm pretty for it. It makes it more accessible to be able to do those things, because now I don't need a whole animation team. I can instead go to ChatGPT 4.0, whatever the fuck, 5 million.0, and then I can be able to do this a lot more accessibly. Or if I want to have individual people make my art, I can choose to do that. If that's
I think it's important to make a distinction that I don't think that all AI art is all just fair game. I mean, if what you're making is essentially in its essence a complete ripoff of someone else, I think that there should be legal avenues to explore to take care of that. But I think the AI art technology as a tool for artists is quite cool, and I think that a lot of the artists that are throwing hissy fits over the very existence of it are just probably
they're
making
retarded.
they're probably making $100 a month drawing furry art anyway and should be replaced, honestly.
Yep.
I'm okay if I agree that it does take a huge budget to make some of these movies, and I'm okay with increasing the budget a little more to be giving like some sort of licensing, like training licensing fee. I want to protect the individual, the human element of this, and more than I want to protect the corporations need to make profit off of it, I guess I'm saying. And there is sort of a precedent for this, because algorithms in and of themselves are defined legally, where a process becomes too complicated to be done by a human, and then it becomes an algorithm on a computer, and that has its own legal classification. I think, I don't know, I'm not a lawyer, so I feel like we're able to conceptualize these things in different stages, like we should do with AI.
We have to hope that AI, it's going to be like, the invention of computer animation. It wasn't that we lost jobs because we had this new technology. It's that people became trained in the new jobs and that there was more demand for it, and thus more movies can be made with that technology.
Yeah.
So I have to hope that AI isn't, oh, now we can make movies with less people. I hope it's, oh, we can make more movies or more elaborate movies. That should be the focus, is finding ways to expand and find these people. I do think artists need to stop being resistant to it. I think you need to go, okay, AI is it's the future. We've seen what it can do. It's very powerful. And I think artists need to stop with this wish fulfillment of, we'll socially stop it. We'll convince everyone it's bad. It's never going to work, okay? Because as we've said, the layman does not care. The layman won't even know that it's AI at a certain point. So we need to embrace it. We need to implement it into people's workflow. And artists should be excited about it, but they're going to have to figure out how to use it.
With every new technology, there's always growing pains. There may be a few lost jobs, but I mean, one decent example of something that's a lot more widespread is paper. When computers became a big thing, laptops became a big thing, everybody assumed paper would basically just die, right? Who the fuck uses paper, right? I don't know if you guys know, paper sales are up 15% from pre-laptop era, because now that printers and computers are just so accessible, every school is using a retarded amount of paper, and it just expanded that market. Now they're making more money than ever, and this is going to apply for animation too. If animation and art is more accessible, if the barrier of entry for skill level is lower, and you can more easily produce things, I think it's just going to breed more and more beautiful art. And I think Vito is going to be at the forefront of that. He'll be helming it, and he'll make some really great above age sex.
15-year-old dragon on an adventure.
It's got an ID. It generates an ID for your.
Yeah, we're gonna generate fake IDs for all the kids.
Yo, I know it sounds like I'm being a downer about artists and everything, but again, as an artist, I actually do think that a renaissance is upon us. Again, I just think the artists is just being hissy fits in their egos, and they just been off of being able to have a 10,000 Twitter followers, support, Patreon or whatever, join Dragon Dildos and shit. But the thing is that if AR art comes in, hold on, this the thing is, if AR art comes in, and let's say everything gets homogenized, and most of the AAA things or the higher production things become kind of samey, but people generally like it. What now opens up is a niche market for more artists to take on their own endeavors. And honestly, people in times like this are willing to pay more for something that's more individualized. That they
actually don't care, dude. I've tried so hard to listen to this conversation. It is so boring, dude. Evil Fossil, it just sounds like you're mad because you're a shit-tier artist that makes no guapo, and you're mad because AI thinks more money than you. No, I'm not spamming shit, nigga. I'm just processing
Yes,
this.
you
I'm
do,
thinking. No, I'm processing what you're saying, and I'm thinking about who you are. Who are those people?
You
What's
don't
going
know
on?
who the fuck I am. You parasocial fucking parasite. What the fuck you talking about? Who I am? Nigga?
Dick
You don't,
Buster
you don't know shit.
He was like, "What the? Who was that? Who was that?"
I don't know. Do they have IDs?
We would love to see.
Hey, did you guys vote for the end of the end of the round, guys? Congratulations. There you go. Vote to kick, not keep. Here you go. Boom, boom, boom.
Okay, sorry. No, I'm processing what you're saying, and I'm thinking about everything. And honestly, God, I zoomed out like 75% of it. Don't whammy, nigga.
So you didn't listen. How you listening? You zoned out. Shut up. You don't make sense, bro. I get it. If you bored, nigga. I get it. The only thing they really provide is art, nigga. So if I'm not seeing here art in there, then you ain't gonna care. I get it.
I'm just saying, bro. If I took your art, put in an AI machine, I'd make it 10 times better, make more guap, make more money than you. Make no swap.
That's definitely fine, nigga. But guess what? Yeah, but that GPT
Fossil, you're safe though because an AI can never say the N-word.
That's true.
The N-word.
There's going to be a huge market for racist art.
So when you make this shit better, and somebody wants to have gore.
Sorry, I said the opposite. Vote to keep, not kick. If you can't read it, you don't deserve to vote right anyway. Vote to keep, not kick.
Yeah, machine doesn't produce gore. They're gonna come to me, and I'm gonna give it to them. The blood and guts. That's exactly what's gonna happen. So
all artists should learn to draw really racist stuff because the AI isn't allowed to make it.
Also, just as a real quick, as this thing comes in, okay, for people thinking that it's gonna help like naturally drawn art or whatever bullshit, that's not gonna happen, okay? Because you guys are leaving out, you're forgetting the crucial element in terms of people deciding on what to buy, and that is price. The thing about AI is that it's going to allow you to create stuff incredibly cheaply. So for that authentic art that you want, it's going to cost you like 10 or 50 times more, which is why people that do art as humans are a little bit more threatened by it.
Dog, in a real sense, that you're saying like, oh yeah, let's make gore. Once it makes gore, what do? You look for the next thing. You're going to hope that there's going to be unique, niche things for the rest of your life that AI can't take over. And eventually, you're going to run out, brother. And then when that time runs out, you're going to be out of a
I'm gonna die before it runs out.
That is very prescient because your time has run out. Darius and Irrelevant.
Exactly. No, I'm a real
wow. Yeah! Thank you for coming on Irrelevant, and Darius, please shout yourselves out. Last word.
Darius, get on Snapchat before bedtime of all these.
Yeah. Go find yourself a girl to take home.
I just want to say before you guys leave, someone named Justel sent me a picture of you guys sitting in a room with someone named Callie on the screen holding a fish, and well, it says she's 20, but have you guys seen this picture? You guys know what I'm talking about?
I'm interested.
Take a seat type.
Yes, okay. Is that who sent you a picture?
I don't know. Just Milk sent you. What he said?
Justel. He sent me
you allowed to have
5'8". Women love me, fish fear me. I mean, I'm allowed to have it, but it looks like a pretty dark image, dude. It looks pretty dark.
Put it as your background. I'd love to see it, bro.
Yeah, what is this?
No.
Wait, put the picture up. What the f is this picture?
Put the picture.
You want me to send? I can send it to you, Q, if you want. Okay.
Yeah, send it to me. I'll put it up.
Okay. Let me message you. Okay.
Irrelevant.
Well,
Darius, shout yourselves out.
I am.
No. I saw the image, bro.
Before they leave, we need to see the picture first.
It wouldn't even let me send it.
Am I gonna go to jail if I see this? Don't put the picture up.
You're not gonna go to jail. It's just there's something.
Wait, let me add you.
That girl's probably. She could. Come on, she could be 18. It's possible.
Shut your.
I want to see that ID. I want to see that ID.
Did you add me?
Yeah, I sent you a request.
Okay.
I feel like the really tight like life vest kind of like makes her boobs smaller than they actually are.
What is this picture?
This is AI generated, right? This is AI generated.
Where is this picture?
Whoa. What the f is this shit?
That's what I said.
Is this real?
I don't know. I will tell you in 2 seconds if it's real.
It's real. It is real.
You have to show it now. You have to show it.
Okay, hold on. I'll send it in
the. Yeah, send it in
with the match, bro.
Honestly, God, there's people like Baby Alien, like OnlyFans models on
Okay, I sent it in the chat.
Like, how are we supposed to? How are you even supposed to know these days?
What's that? What's that about? The f was that?
What was?
Darius, you got any comments? It's in the chat.
Hey,
It's in the server chat. It's in the server chat. It's in the server chat.
Darius, why is there a message of you saying, hi, do you want to hang with me and talk about life?
Why are you want to be honest? I mean, like, obviously, that's like one of the photos of like 8, and she had the photo of her as a kid on there, and someone decided to screenshot it. It's not real.
Was that the one that made you want to message her or something? I don't know. Like,
no, I was just like, I was trying to figure out if that was her baby or not. I was trying to figure out if that was her as a baby or if that was her child. What do you mean lie? What do you mean lie? You were there.
I was there.
Yeah, look at his eyes. Look at his
I'm side-eyeing you because I'm sure you made a weird joke about her.
I probably made a weird joke, yeah, because it was funny at the time, but I didn't want to a child. That's obviously a child. It's obviously
I don't
a baby.
know, man. Your eyes are like way too intrigued by that picture.
I'm intrigued by the fact that someone has a photo of this. That's what I'm intrigued by.
That's intriguing to you?
Why is that intriguing to you?
I don't find that intriguing.
What is intriguing to you about children?
Well, he literally already said it. He said he wanted to know if it was his daughter.
See you guys later. Have a good one.
Take care,
Have fun, man.
Okay. Congratulations, by the way, for making it to the last round of Kick or Keep. You are the 4 finalists, the last 2 teams remaining.
If I win, do I get to say the N-word?
Yeah, you know what? I'll give you the ER pass.
Privately, bro.
All right, cool. All right.
There you go. Now, let me ask you this.
Wait, hold on. I'm sorry. Wait, have we exclusively eliminated black people from the show so far?
No, we got Fossil. We got Fossil
right there.
No, I mean like of all the. Okay, I'm so sorry. Hold on, I forgot. Q, English is not your first. Well, that's actually true. It's not your first language. I asked if we've exclusively eliminated black people, as in have the only people that have been eliminated been black.
You just kicked out Darius.
How black is
Let me think. Yeah, also, by the way, the way you framed the question, it could be taken both ways. But yeah, we eliminated Darius, Irrelevant, Sky, Tech. Actually, that is what the. Race is DGG. So you know what? So Fossil, you need to win. Need to win for the black race. That's all I'm saying. Which I'm not a part of.
We kept the one Mexican around. That's pretty good, right?
I can breathe.
Who's a Mexican in here?
I'm half. I'm 51%.
Wow. Come on, Q.
Wait. So you're 51%. Your name is Dick Masterson, and you look like this.
Q, that's not my real name.
Wait, really?
I don't know if that's
the Mastersons.
I don't know. Masterson seems like I don't know.
Yeah.
Is Quantorius your real name?
Listen, Masterson sounds like an actual real name. You know what I mean?
That's why I got the Danny Trejo spots here.
It's on my license.
Also, before I move on to the last topic, I just want to quick shout out to Ilhan Omar. You know what I mean? The Congresswoman. She had a base take recently where she pretty much said that she's in the U.S. government just to, be a voice for the Somali government. That was based. I appreciate her. You know what I mean? I thought she was a sellout to the white devil, but she actually wasn't. So I apologize. Shout out to you. Anyways, moving on to the last topic. Multiple topics since we've got 30 minutes. Recently, Keffels. I don't know if you guys know who Keffels is. Do I need to introduce that person, or is everybody familiar with them?
We got it.
You don't know who?
We dated briefly.
Is that? I believe you, actually.
I'm fucking.
Let me move on. No, I believe you. Keffels had the notorious, the infamous, the one and only Chris Chan on her stream recently. How far is it too far when it comes to platforming somebody on your channel? By the way, Chris Chan being the guy, his
whole transgender woman.
Don't do that.
Yeah, young lady.
Don't do that.
Her mom.
Zer.
Ain't nothing young about
I feel
that.
like raping your mom isn't really a crime. Like
it's your mom.
Yeah, it's your mom. Who made you do it? Society?
You know what?
She had all the chances in the world.
You joking, but I'm dead ass gonna play devil's advocate. So I'm throwing the game. I'm sorry, Tom, son, but I'm Chris Chan Defense Force right now, son. If y'all motherfuckers don't know how long the internet has been harassing and completely devastating and destroying that person's life, y'all bugging out, bro.
She had no choice but to rape her mother after all that harassment.
I agree with you.
I don't really. You guys are all being very funny. I don't really care to defend Chris, but I think it's fine if Keffels wants to interview someone who did something bad. I don't really care. I will say I think I saw a little bit of the interview, and I wish Keffels had given more pushback rather than just being like, "I'm so glad you're back. Oh my god." But I mean, whatever. I don't know. It's her channel. She can do what she wants. She'll get.
Yeah, I mean, the news goes to prisons and interviews criminals all the time. We have plenty of documentaries about people who've committed horrible rapes and murders. So I don't know why there is all this expectation, this idea of platforming that you can't have people who've been accused of horrible things. You can't talk to them on the internet. And I think obviously we want to hear from Christian. We want to know what happened.
I mean, you're literally talking to. There are 3 people in this call who had Mr. Girl on their shows like 100 times. So obviously, this is kind of
and we've got Vito here now, so you know.
I've done horrible.
The crazy shit is how much you know who is it? Some dude from Mars. I forget his fucking YouTube channel. This motherfucker released a
gamer from Mars.
A 5-hour video, a documentary on Chris Chan. I actually sat through that shit and listened to all of the shit that person has been through with the internet, and like this autistic individual who's legitimately, like clinically autistic, was abused to no end on the internet, and is one of the most documented entities on the internet. Like and
do you think
phenomenon
if you want to go down that path of thought, do you not think they can be held accountable for their mom?
He's your teammate, by the way.
See, that's a complete, like, bro. I think that's almost like that's like if you like if someone's in the psych ward and they like bugging the out for like consistently 5 months straight, and then you lock them in a room with their moms, and then they kill their moms, and you be like, God damn, we need to lock them up. It's like you almost was asking for it. Like, there's so much more precedent that something bad was going to happen in that person's life that no, I don't think that from the internet point of view that we should be looking at that situation and then saying the worst aspect of that whole thing is the fact that
as someone who knows a lot,
their mom.
Okay, as someone who knows a lot about Chris, let me give you a little context. For years, Chris had been writing in their little writings and blog posts about their ideations about having sex with their mother and how there wasn't anything really wrong with it and how they had a dream of their mom. Pre the internet suggesting anything about this, they had ideations in their mind to do it. I know there were, like, you know, Isabella Janke, like some degenerate Discord trolls in there trying to encourage them to do it and encouraging it. But I mean, obviously, to an extent, if somebody is doing that out in society, whether or not we think that they can be held totally mentally responsible, don't you think this person should be in some kind of a home?
Do we have
Christian being a home?
Put her in?
Yeah, maybe I'm miscommunicating. I'm not saying that this person should be held accountable for what they did, but you just said it yourself. Like, there was a plethora of blog posts about this situation, and the fact that Christian, there's so many instances where that person did things and people were like, there's no way they're gonna do it, there's no way. Like, there was one instance where they catfished him, and he drove like 3 states to meet somebody, and like they was like, there's no way they're gonna there's no way that Christian's gonna get in a car if they drive 3 states, 3-4 states. And their parents was going crazy because Christian just vanished out of nowhere when it was like internet trolls baiting them to leave their home.
Fossil, hold on.
Yeah,
I want to ask you guys this. Because Vito kept talking about, I don't know why the we make a big deal out of platforming. Who gives a shit? We could talk to whoever, as long as we're not co-signing them or supporting them, whatever, right? If I were to bring up Christian right now from AVC and put her in, see, I said her, I'm progressive, and put that in, right? Would you guys feel comfortable with it? Would you guys feel comfortable with it?
No, I don't even like.
Don't give me that bullshit. Don't give me that bullshit of we should platform anybody, but I wouldn't be around them. You know what I mean?
No, okay, we have to fight for platforming now. We have now. It's important to protect everything because that's what they're trying to take away. If everything was perfect, Q, and you could platform anybody without losing your bank account or your life or your career and shit, then I would be willing to say how uncomfortable it is. But
you're not
we're in the
platforming
situation
them.
we're in.
Q, shut up. To be clear, that's a fault. That doesn't even make sense because we're defending people's right to have them on their platform, but also that's also the right to choose whether or not you have them on. I would feel uncomfortable if Chris was here. Other people can
I would think you should clear it with the panel. I mean, that's the thing, is everybody should have the right to choose who they associate with. We agree with that. You wouldn't want
and
to.
Dick is right. There are people like Fuentes or Alex Jones or whatever who've had their bank accounts shut down and had their lives, partially ruined as a result of speaking their mind.
Alex Jones is back on Twitter, and it's taken power from him. Like, he seems less interesting and cool and powerful. You can watch his. I think you can watch his influence kind of erode because he's no longer this folk hero for freedom. And I love that guy.
There's not the mystique anymore. Yeah.
Yeah. Everyone can see when he fucks up.
So that's an argument against deplatforming, because honestly, when you deplatform people, you do kind of give them this mystique, and you make them into a victim. I mean, you know, the idea of having your voice taken away, not being able to defend yourself, not have your ideas heard, I think that's genuinely horrifying to most people, if not all people. And instinctively, we all identify with that. Even if it's the worst person in the world, the idea that they can't speak or defend themselves online or in a court or whatever else is horrifying. So the argument against deplatforming is I just think it's highly unethical that all people, even the worst of us, should be allowed to plead our case. Even if our case is insane, even if Chris Chan comes on here and goes, I should be able to f my mom. I go, well, you're nuts, but I'm not going to take away your ability to express your ideas.
Bro, what does being clinically, like, you do realize that ever since the beginning of the Chris Chan saga, this person has been like diagnosed by like whatever institutions you want to say, like they get paid by the government for being mentally inept.
They're disabled.
Like,
they get
what does that mean to y'all? Is that nothing? Is that nothing?
Well, we don't have anywhere to put her.
Are you saying
have
it's
big, beautiful institutions?
Can you not have autistic people on your stream?
No, but I think
Karajas is here right now.
Like,
what?
You got
Okay.
autistic people.
Okay. First of all, no. Fossil, 1 second. Fossil, 1 second. I want to talk about this. But no, Tom, I'm not going to go in on you because you know what? Even if I was autistic, double autism. That's all I gotta say. But think about it this way: does autism make you want to rape your mother? Because you brought it up, Fossil. You were like, I took autistic person that was
normal to want to your mom. I thought that was normal behavior.
Oedipus, man.
Yeah. Kids, like there was a video of an autistic kid. She was like, the moms was telling her no Popeyes today, and he was like, Popeyes, and he grabbed her and was like choking her. Like I don't know if somebody had to see that video. I guess y'all know, but
never seen that. Can you find that for research purposes?
Is that at some point I'll show you. But the like autistic children, they actually can get violent, bro. Like it's I just don't understand how
we
y'all
all
just
agree
like
autistic people are creeps and weirdos. We know that, but I'm not going to take away their ability to
maybe we should put him in the UFC.
Yes,
there's a lot
Sam
of
Hyde should take Fish Tank and just make it a whole.
I'm not justifying the raping.
We wouldn't have Fish
I
Tank
think they
without
should have been
autistic
locked away a long time ago.
Exactly.
But my point is that the internet, and we are the internet right now, has been dealing with this person for over 8 years with consistent behavior and blogs. It's almost like if it was a school shooter instead, and it was like, yo, there was like forum posts all day of school shooting and nobody did anything about it. And then when it happened, you condemn the person.
But what am I supposed to do when an autistic person makes a comic book about them hanging out with Sonic and trying to women? I can't not talk about that.
You're mean. You're a degenerate, bro. Disengage, son. How long are you gonna farm it?
When there's a guy who exclusively commissions artwork of women cutting down trees and buying Wonder Bread, yeah, that's naturally intriguing to me, and we want to bring him on the show and talk to him and find out what's going on.
How old was her mom?
You want to ignore it and like we're not allowed to talk about it?
It's not, bro. I'm saying that you're like right now you're condemning this person. Even if you wanted to talk about it, you're not like the moral, like the side you're taking right now is it's fucking, to me it's cognitive dissonance, bro. I don't understand how niggas.
Why? What do you mean? What do you mean?
Be like that. Sorry, again, this entire time you know all this lore about Chris Chan, but every time you try to have any sort of empathy, you start memeing. But like at the same time, you're trying to act like you can have some kind of morals, like standing.
I don't think. Can you have empathy for someone while also making fun of them?
Yeah, you can definitely, but there's a limit to the shit. Like I love the internet too.
But what is the limit? We weren't in Chris's DM saying go f your mom. We're just talking about it on a podcast.
You do know that there's like people who went to his crib, like they went.
Yes, I know they went to his crib. Yes,
that's wild. Nah, that's crazy. That's
so let me ask you this question. I'm someone, I don't want Chris Chan to come to harm. I don't want to encourage Chris Chan to harm anyone, but I do find it interesting that they make these crazy comics about the Sonic characters women or whatever. What am I supposed to do? Just not comment on it because it might lead someone else to harm them? Like just ignore it, don't talk about it, don't post about it? Is that my moral responsibility to that person?
You still keep framing it as if this person hasn't been driven over the edge to the
pretend it's not them. Okay, let's pretend it's a completely different
nobody
person.
On the internet who's had their fucking lives fucking siphoned by the internet to such a degree, bro.
So you're saying morally, because of what's happened to Chris Chan, we should never talk about Chris Chan again. We morally
crazy ass extrapolation.
It's called a
What do you want us to do,
hypothetical.
though? What can we do?
What
do you want us to do?
What do we do?
If you're gonna keep doing what you're doing, but realize that
You
we
just said
started off
don't.
talking about.
Okay.
No, listen, we're starting off condemning this person as a. It's like you're painting Christian. The Christian. What do you mean? Yeah, like you.
Well, they are rapists.
What do you want?
What do you mean?
I can't say Christian is a potential rapist. Didn't rape happen?
Well, what they did the rape.
Fossil, reality, bro. I can't.
Fossil, you're my teammate. I really don't want to lose this. I want this $500. Can you please explain what the point of what you're saying is?
The point of what I'm saying is like the framing of anything that involves with Christian is already worked beyond measure with memes, with context that's outside of that person's life. So for you to assess whether or not they should be held accountable to the or whatever people are bringing them on the internet for again is just doing the same thing over and over again, bro.
Do you think Christian's a danger to herself and others?
Huh?
Do you think she's dangerous? Yeah. Okay. So what can we lock her up for the? I mean, what are we gonna do about this?
You should have been locked up. So what I'm saying is you should have been locked them up.
Stop! No,
so
Fossil.
They had committed a crime.
Okay. 1 second. Fossil, stop! Fossil, stop! Let me switch gears a little bit. I want to switch gears. So
should we start locking up lolcows just because they are annoying?
No.
On the off chance they rape their mom.
You guys said lock. No, Vito. Stop.
Right,
you said lock them up. You said lock them up. You said lock Christian.
Lock Christian up.
Where would you lock them up? In the men's prison where somebody like this motherfucker raped they got their mother, or the women's prison? How about we go there? Let me ask you this. Where would you lock them up? No, hold on, Fossil.
There's a lot of moms in women's prison. Ooh,
okay, no, it's a woman. It doesn't matter whether it's a mom or not. Stop trying to. There are actually a lot of moms in there, kind of, probably.
Yeah.
So where would you lock them up? Where would you give me your take on that? I want to know.
Ooh, me?
Dick, I'm talking to you.
Oh, where do you want to lock them up? We need a whole. We gotta have asylums back. This is just like
engaging with accountability over the Christian situation at the point of raping of mom. That shit is wild to me. The fact that it took y'all until he
dodging the question. Where do we?
You can't arrest someone who hasn't committed a crime.
Where do we put Christian right now?
Yeah, true. Don't dodge,
bro. I'm not no psychiatrist, bro. Out of here, son. But
well, then what is the point? We're having a hypothetical conversation. Give me an idea.
They've been in the home. All right, lock them in the home, bro.
Lock them in their own home.
Lock them in the house like Chernobyl. Dump cement all over.
You know what, Fossil? You know what, Fossil? I actually agree. I see your point. Yes, Chris should have been in a home prior, but because there was no crime committed, because of a lot of failures of the state and various systems, because of the fact he was coddled by his parents, he was not in a home. He was in a position where he could do something very retarded and fuck his mom. That's unfortunate, but there was nothing. There was no reality in which Chris would have actually been in a home before going to jail. Like, there's no reality in which that would have actually happened. A lot of societal parameters would have had to happen, and ultimately, like, what reality do you expect to happen? Like, a bunch of trolls online are like calling the police, like, "Hey, this person is drawing Sonic you. I think you need to put them in jail." Like,
this is a platforming question, ultimately, right?
You mean the Sonic you instead of this person, like we like all the other things that have been done.
Chris,
all right, like inviting people into your house.
Chris hadn't done anything illegal until the mom thing.
Yeah, they haven't done anything illegal, but they did things that's unhinged by anybody's social standards.
But you can be but just because you are unhinged doesn't mean you can go to jail.
At risk. Like, y'all worried about getting doxxed, and again, they had like multiple teams of content creators come under the guise of being friends to farm them in their house.
So whose responsibility should it have been to deal with that? Me?
Yeah.
No, what I'm saying is that right now we're still trying to assign moral responsibility to Kefus for the way that they're platforming or handling this person under the guise of them being a.
Okay, listen. Here, this is an easy question. This is an easy question. This is an easy question. What is the law that you would draft? What would become illegal or what would become punishable by criminal offense?
The law that I'll draft is man, son. Like, first off, I thought doxing and harassment and all that kind of shit should have already been illegal. If that stuff was
none of those
illegal,
things are illegal. When you say illegal, so if I DM you on
man, but
That should be illegal. If
I
I
know
DM
that-
you a mean word, you should arrest
can
me.
be illegal. It can reach that point.
Yeah, I think, but
I
not
mean,
not in
bro,
the internet
there's
sense. If you're like showing up and stalking
forms.
somebody and
There's
harassing
like
somebody in real life, yeah. But
You think I don't know what Encyclopedia Dramatica is, bro? That page should be illegal, bro.
You think Encyclopedia Dramatica should be illegal?
Why? Yeah, I will take Encyclopedia Dramatica from y'all.
Do you know how hard you're gonna have a bad time if you're trying to do that, man? You will have everybody fighting for that. This is all to protect somebody who should be in an institution. We need to bring institutions back. Someone like Christian should have been identified early. You can take him in for a psych evaluation, give him a limited time. Like, I mean, we need to bring back One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest and just try to make it a little better. Because what we have here is Kiwi Farms, and it's like we're a violent society. We see violence and we profit off it. We want to see it. We're a very sick people. We want to parade it around and laugh at it and judge it. Like, it's very important to us. So we need the law to come in and say, and we don't want to cross the law's responsibility and the platforming responsibility. We want to let us be sick and degenerate and parade around freaks, but the law needs to come in and protect them. And that's the component we're missing right now with Christian. They should have came in and said, you need to be a ward of the state. We're going to run you through a bunch of processes and take a look at you, but we need to protect you from this very sick population that will never leave you alone.
I mean, you can't outlaw.
Chris also need to be protected from themselves is, I think, the greater point, too. Because I think even without the internet, because of the abuse they suffered in childhood, a lot of horrible things happen to them. Their brain degenerated to whatever degree, and they're not fit to be out on the streets. You know, they're not.
I'll say this: look, if you're bringing on Christian to try and hurt them, to try and humiliate them, to a certain extent, I could find that immoral. But you can't, outlaw human curiosity. Again, when there's a person and they do wacky things, they make crazy comics. Okay, my brain goes, I kind of want to learn more about this person. Oh, hey, there's an Encyclopedia Dramatica article. Like,
I mean, to catch a predator was all.
Here's the thing, Vito.
How are you going to stop people from being interested in that?
The thing is like there's a difference between if you did this shit to Boogie right now and you did it to Christian.
Wait, why does Boogie? Why is it okay to do it to Boogie?
Because Boogie deserves it.
Well, yeah, but why does Christian not deserve it?
Every bit of it, bro. He's a fucking degenerate. He's the worst.
Christian. His mom. I mean, that's you see what I'm saying. You can make an argument that's worse than Boogie being a piece of shit.
You've been up. No, get the fuck out of here, bro.
But mentally sick people can also be bad.
Fossil. Here's a good question. Fossil. Okay, so with Boogie, what would you say his worst traits are?
Boogie, ungrateful. He's awful. Like he's privileged out the ass.
Do you think
he's greedy?
Do you think that any of his negative tendencies could have been formed due to the abuse he suffered in childhood? Are you aware he claims to have been molested by his own father?
He claims. I ain't listening to a goddamn thing that man says.
Okay, let's say. Wait. Okay, let's say it's real. Let's say it's actually real. Would that absolve him of responsibility in the same way that Chris is absolved?
No, because he's still not like clinic. Like I believe in society. I believe in our institutions.
What if him being molested made him retarded?
Bro, yeah, then he would have a. You gotta give me the retard degree. He pull it out. He'd be like, "Here, I'm clinically retarded." All right, and I'll be like, "All right, maybe I'll give you a little leeway." Okay,
we need to protect retards. I mean, is that it?
So I get where you're going with this, but the thing is, like, again, Christian has all of that like in fucking writing, bro. Like he was a mentally unstable. He couldn't be in like regular school doing mad shit. Like he already had that before he ever been in locale.
Yeah, but you can't stop us from making fun of him. Then we can't make fun of anybody. Then Boogie's fucked up because he got jacked off by his dad. Like there's no end to. Then we're just going to be sitting. Then Vito is there's for some reason we can't make fun of Vito. Like where does this end? We can't make fun of anybody.
Me, guys. I have a condition.
You the government giving us the money, bro. He's clinical.
My dad. That's why I'm fat. You're not allowed to make fun of me for it. See, you can't give people a shield.
A 28-year-old woman raped me when I was 14.
Yeah, fuck out of here, son. This motherfucker was a millionaire, son. He has mad. Oh my God.
So if Chan made $1 million through crypto, then we can make fun of Christian.
No, but it's different. No, it's different because he ran a business, or at least he was able to make something that no autistic person could legitimately just engage with.
So we're gonna
and,
outlaw.
like,
Hold on, we're gonna outlaw Encyclopedia Dramatica. You've said that. Okay. Now, are we
yeah, we had
banning?
fun.
So are we saying Keffels can't have Chris Chan on? No show should have Chris Chan on. It is irresponsible to platform this person.
Would you?
No
Okay.
one
Do you
should
think?
bring
Do
them
you think
on.
it's irresponsible in like a civil, like just person to person sense? Or do you think it should be like illegal?
I think it's like, first off, I started with being taboo, like hard body. Especially,
Do you think it should
like,
be? Do you
I
think?
keep
Do you
calling
think it
out-
should be illegal though?
And taboo's
illegal,
great
like,
marketing,
to me,
too.
even with like legality, I don't prescribe morals to the legal system. I'm not somebody who be like, because it's illegal, you shouldn't do it. Or I'm not somebody who be like, because it's illegal, you shouldn't.
But
like,
but
or
if
anything
do,
like
do,
that.
I don't think anybody.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we're all in agreement on that.
Okay. All right.
Everyone can determine their own moral code. But you're saying if you were given the powers, let me say I made you judge, jury, and executioner of the entire world. Okay, the laws you want to implement are: if someone has autism or some sort of mental disability or trauma of some sort that makes them a little nutso, don't comment on them, don't highlight them, don't spotlight them. I mean, what you're asking for, it seems it's crazy. I don't actually know what you expect.
Don't question the statement me, all right? Don't question the statement me. You're gonna ask me a question. I'm the arbiter. At that point,
I am
will
going
stop
to
and
ask you
say
a question,
that the
and I
internet,
like you to answer.
the internet is still young, okay? If you
Internet's
are
young.
diagnosed with mental illness, or like you actually
Not
get
as young as
paid,
Boogie's girlfriend. Anyway,
if you get paid and like your life is sustained by the government and the people around you are taking care of you, I think that there should be something in place. Like, if you engage on the internet, just like children, we have things in place to stop children from engaging in dangerous spaces. We should have something that stops people with mental. Kind of.
Where? That little button that says, "Are you over 18?"
Click the button. Click the button. I'm damn
they've
sure
been exploiting
okay,
that
look.
Ryan's World kid for decades now, man. Kids are more
I
exploited
don't know if
than
that
ever.
works, Fossil.
Why am I allowed to
get
make
it.
endless videos of kids opening fucking Cranimals or whatever the fuck, but I can't put Chris Chan on to talk about his stupid Sonic comic?
Son,
Look, you're asking too
literally
much.
putting him off. Can you stop memeing back to the comments, son?
No, we
This is my whole
can't. We
point.
can't stop memeing.
Yeah,
That's the
you
point.
can't.
I want to talk about Sonichu, and if the
do
comes
it.
up, the comes up. I mean, what do you want me to do? A guy
I
who
think-
wears a
I think
Pikachu
that-
medallion raped his
I ask you
mom,
a question.
and you're telling
I
me
give
I
you a
can't
hypothetical.
find that funny. You're like,
give you
that
a
I can't
hypothetical.
believe you would find it
I
funny
ask
that a
you
man in
then.
a hand
Yeah, it wasn't my
Pikachu
mom.
medallion
I don't care.
fucked
You even
his
think of a
elderly
reality.
mom.
Vito, please
What do you want me
answer
to
me this.
do? Yeah.
What I want you to do is answer me this: would your outlook on Sonic, on Chris Chan and
Chris
all of
Chan.
the situation would be the same if the Sonic 2 comic didn't exist and the history of him being a fucking locale didn't exist? Do you think you would have the same point of view about the situation?
It's less funny if he's not wearing the medallion, but it's still kind of funny.
It would be funny for Keffels to bring on Chris Chan for his mom. If he
I think it would be
Chris Chan
okay. Look,
and
yes,
the locale.
obviously Chris Chan is an interesting figure. No, we don't need to. Every person who commits a rape does not need time on YouTube to talk about it. But obviously, Chris Chan is an interesting figure, has been followed for years, and yeah, it's a matter of public curiosity. People are
We watch
naturally
serial
curious.
killer documentaries. Like there's a
Time.
shitload of those.
No, yeah,
I know more about Jeffrey Dahmer.
this
Jeffrey Dahmer was insane.
Yeah. Does Netflix
Should I
have
not
a
talk about-
Sonic
okay.
Shoe series lined up?
Jeffrey Dahmer was definitely mentally insane, okay? And then he kidnapped a bunch of guys and he raped shit out of them and killed them. And you're telling me, like, don't go to the jail and interview him because he's a victim, because he was victimized or whatever else, right? What's the difference?
Oh man, it's so easy, bro. I tried to bring up the Boogie shit because I know both of us would sit there and laugh the out of Boogie if he was in this situation. Like,
No, but wait,
honestly,
let me
we
say
were-
there's a public
I knew that
interest
that's the
in
case.
platforming
Now-
sickos because it helps people learn to recognize
Identify
sickos.
sickos. Yes.
Yeah, there is a public interest in getting the most sick, deranged, evil people, giving them a platform
No, but
because
he's
then everyone can
already
learn from
been
it, or maybe
identified.
learn
That's
from
the
it.
To
problem.
be clear,
The internet
okay,
can't
but
tell the difference.
Dick, if we're being honest, that's not. I mean, that's a very sort of sugar-coated, rosy way of seeing it. I think a lot of people just are like
Get
they
off
just,
on
they
it.
just like watching people suffer. Yeah, I don't think it's
Yeah.
that kind of. I don't think it's like, oh, I'm
But
gonna use
if
this
It's
as a
satisfying
my
though. Like
life.
women watch murder porn and they get off on it because of all these different things. And one of them is like, maybe I can more identify sickos if I watch this. Like, I think it's very hard to say it's one or the other.
I think that's what they think, but I don't think that's real.
But look,
I think
you guys think, here's a question to guide this. I'm curious, okay? You all agree that like if you go to a heavy metal concert and there's a mosh pit or whatever in the middle, that's an okay thing, right? Or do we think that's unethical, even though people maybe might get hurt, maybe not?
Well, when you enter the pit, you basically sign a social contract.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. So there are certain things that we can do where some people can get hurt, maybe not. They kind of consent to it when they go. I think that the internet, because the internet exists, has elevated these platforms in ways that we never really even thought possible. So instead of just like mosh pits, we're getting like, you're all familiar with the term like crowd crush. And when you look at like people that are stuck in these huge crowds that end up getting crushed to death and killed, it's hard to blame any one individual for why somebody got killed. And it's even a little bit hard to take accountability for the crowd. Like, should the crowd be blamed? I think there just needs to be like more awareness, right? About like what's going on, because it seems like a lost cause to try to, because like what are the rules that are trying to be written here for like for Evil Fossil? Like, should the rule be you're not allowed to talk about lolcows ever? And then you might say, well, you can talk about them, but it's just that they're not that famous. But then if you talk about them not that famous and they become famous, well, did you commit an error there? Or I'm just curious what the rules are that any of you guys would write that are trying to say this shouldn't happen. Like, what rule could you ever write here that would protect or cover?
I would not write any rule. I think right now it's pretty much perfect. I don't think
Evil Fossil is arguing that doxing should be illegal. For some reason, Encyclopedia Dramatica should be illegal. I'd like to focus on that. Like, what do you think? What is wrong with Encyclopedia Dramatica? Like, publishing the information is.
I do have a problem with the that's out there of Christian, because
it's like
what do you call it,
vigilantism? But it's not even like it's a degenerate fucking it's like degenerate fucking. What do you call that shit with community police shit? It's like degenerate neighborhood watch. That's Encyclopedia Dramatica, bro. My whole thing is just that. Again,
can people not post? Like, I don't understand. What is your particular issue with ED?
Maybe I really did f up, bro. And if we lose because of this, shit, I'm sorry, nigga. I need that 500 nigga.
You're going against free speech, Fossil. What
you took a bad tag. You took a bad tag.
Clearly don't want to engage the fact that this person was
listen. If we do lose, there's one kind of apology you can give me. One kind of thing you can gift me. I'm gonna need one pass for this stream.
Oh my god, son.
Okay, that guarantees awareness. Okay, Turkey, you just threw because now people want to see you say the N-word. Then you're gonna lose automatically.
I'm gonna say it if I win.
No, he's saying it either way.
If I lose, I'm saving it for a rainy day. If I win, I'm dropping it right here.
No, come on. On the vote.
Oh, no.
If I win, I'll say it twice. So there you go.
Bro. I was born in this too, bro. Yeah, I get it. So I would love to see people just. I do engage in watching the dilapidation of people's minds too, bro. It's great. I think it's fun.
Going back to Two Girls, One Cup, you watch a bunch of poor Brazilian women get tricked into eating for money.
It was fake. It was fake. The video was fake.
Regardless,
unlucky.
Those women are never gonna live it down. I'm sure. In their home state, they're publicly humiliated.
I'd be disappointed if it turned out Boogie was lying about getting off of his dad too.
The cornerstone of the internet is there's an element of public spectacle, public humiliation. We want to see public freakouts. We want to see freaks. It is a freak show, and look, sometimes it goes too far. I think there are people who have been like, ooh, and Chris Chan, I'm gonna, trick him into doing horrible things, or like that guy who got tricked into eating his own shit. There's like a bunch of stories like that where you go, guys, don't go that far. But I do think that Evil Fossil has thrown this round by being like, and never talk about them ever. And it's like, bro, you're just asking for.
Stop fucking. Stop doing that, bro. Stop doing it. It's not like I said. There should be some sort of acknowledgement of someone's mental state if they got.
When you establish the chart of how much
they're clinically assigned a mental, like, bro, we don't put them in a public school because they could trip out and because a public school is too stressful for an autistic kid. So why would we put them on the public internet? It's the same shit. Like, you literally have a special bus because
that's amazing. And speaking of that special bus, we are voting on the final poll. Good luck, guys. Good luck to all of you.
Make your case, people. Make your case. Why do you think you should be the winner? Go ahead.
Here we go.
Well, I don't think
Fossil
that we should
admitted to
have to
throwing it
care about
around.
Chris Chan or his mom. I
I think Chris
if you
Chan
really,
raping
Fossil,
his
have you
mom-
sent
Go
Chris
ahead.
Chan's mom an I'm sorry card or a sorry you got raped or something like that? You're up here pretending to be better than us, but have you really done anything? No, I doubt it.
Damn straight.
How much
Damn
money did you
straight.
donate to the Raped by Autistics Fund? 'Cause
Yeah,
I
the
donated
Raped
All my
Moms
every month.
Fund.
All my EBT, all right?
All your EBT
that's
goes
why
to it?
That's why vote for me, all right? Because I definitely need them bones, okay? And I will, and maybe I'll give like $1 or $2 to Keffels.
Guys, we can all agree. We can all agree that pursuing, minors, underage women is atrocious, horrible, and no one should be doing it. We're all trying to stop it, but we should get as close to 18 as possible, right? I just want to say everyone on this panel, I'm sure, can agree with that, right?
Dick, why are you trying to throw the round at the last moment? Shut up about the kids.
Running this poll for 1 more minute is very close. Poll if you vote if you feel
This is
strongly,
the
guys.
legendary N-word poll.
Yeah, it's the N-word poll.
I already said it, and I didn't even hold the audience hostage. Watch Kicker Keep episode, what was it, 26?
Well, that's that. Come on, son. You acting like that. You can try and take my power from me, bro? Let me get
No, I would never take a black man's power. I respect you too
Thank
much,
you.
Evil Fossil.
Thank you.
Look, regardless of
Respect
who
you,
wins,
racist ass.
I think an autistic guy in a Pikachu medallion raping
He
his
is.
mom, kind of funny. Something to talk about.
25
Is it a
seconds.
close one? Let's see. Is it a
22
close
seconds.
one?
Yeah, I'm just waiting for the poll to run out, or I'm waiting for the time to go now. 20 seconds, okay? It's very close. Within
Where is
15...
Chris Chan now?
Dude, we
Get to
even
voting
answered
now,
the
ladies and
question.
gentlemen. Get to voting.
Wasn't
Yeah,
the
we did.
question
Did
Well,
Keffels
the
address the
platform
trans
was
stuff either?
persecuted?
I
What
don't
y'all
know.
do with the Keffels?
All right,
I'm just
listen,
saying.
guys.
Straight.
All 4 of you fought hard. I'm proud of all of you. Okay, congratulations, guys. But unfortunately, Evil Fossil and Turkey Tom, you guys have lost. I'm so sorry.
Oh!
Oh my
Shit!
god, son.
Yes, baby.
We all win.
shit.
We get an N-word
Dude,
pass.
fucking-
Tom, you
Everyone
win.
gets an N-word
We
pass.
win.
You get an
The
N-word
audience
pass.
wins.
You get
The
an N-word
world
pass.
wins.
Say it together. Fuck it.
God, son.
On
You
three,
know,
everybody.
N-words
Hey,
across
commiserations,
America.
I like it.
I'm actually okay with this result. I'm actually okay with this, and there's a
I'm
reason
not-
why. Me and Vito have
shit.
had a lot of disagreements over time. We really have. We've argued a lot. We've had a lot of beef. Would you agree, Vito? We've gone back and forth. Okay.
Have we? Yeah, sure. Of course.
We have a little bit, and I think you really gave your all. I typed this up on a notepad, so you can tell how important.
You
this is.
typed up on it. You got a statement prepared.
Listen, Vito, you gave your all in this string. You really did. And I know you have a lot of problems. Okay. There's a lot. You're fat. You're
Yep.
gay. You're on Ozempic.
That's not a problem.
Your mom had sex with me, and you're probably
Yeah.
a.
Oh shit.
But no matter what happens, Vito, you'll always be my nigga.
What the? It didn't. You're saying it. Holy shit. Respect. Respect for actually saying it though.
Wow.
Evil
Hey,
Fossil, how do
Fossil.
we find you, buddy? Where do we find you?
Explosive ending,
You
guys.
find me Cozy Fossil actually, because on Twitch and Kick playing the
Cozy.
game. Yes, I'm playing Power World. Shit, comfy as all right. But y'all got me being here, being evil on YouTube. You can find me at Evil Fossil, and I do make some kind of commentary videos. It was pretty nice being here. I enjoyed the conversations, and even though I didn't expect to have that amoral goon ass motherfucker on my team, he did pretty good. I like his ass 30 times, right? Like, and we was kind of going at each other, but it was all in good faith. And
Listen, W
yeah,
team.
WW. Thanks.
Fossil.
It was an
Appreciate you
interesting
coming on.
strategy to constantly argue with your teammate, but
It
it
was
got
fun.
you to the finals. So what are you gonna do?
I had to
Alright,
make
there
it
we
hard
go.
mode with the
Thank you.
contrarian.
Thank you for coming on, Evil.
Yeah,
Alright.
man. Later, y'all.
Take care. Guys, congratulations for being the winners of episode 26 of Kicker Key. Listen,
Thank
this
you.
show, it's an honor. Honestly, it might be a life achievement, but I have a twist. And hear me out.
Uh-oh.
We've never had two. No, hear me out. Hear me out. It's up to you.
Alright.
It's up to you, right? With the platforming, you can choose with the platform, not whatever, right? So hear me out. We don't usually do two winners. And I know Lil Steve upped it to 500 each. It was meant to be 250 each, but you know what I mean? Lil Steve added the extra. But here's the thing. If you guys choose to, you could play Split or Steal and take 1K. Now, if you would like to, you could split it 500, but if you play Split or Steal, one of you wins and the other one loses. Would you like to play?
Like we got to argue another topic?
No, you don't got to argue. You just play split or steal. We'll give you 1 minute. You guys decide
hold on.
between
Listen,
yourselves.
they're
No,
best
let's
friends.
agreeing.
These
No,
guys are
listen,
best
guys,
friends.
no,
They're already
listen,
gonna split it, bro.
No,
Every time I go to do their
split
podcast,
that
it takes them
there's no
20 minutes to come
option.
upstairs. They both have been sucking each other off in their little gay studio,
No,
okay, for 20 fucking minutes.
no.
All right,
No,
there's no way that
let's see.
these two men that share semen between each other won't share $1,000 prize. Okay,
No. When I say share, you gotta understand. Already, as it is right now, they're splitting 500 each. If they decide to choose split, it just goes to what it originally was. But if one of them decides to choose steal, the other loses. It's up to you whether you want to play or not, guys. I mean, I'm not forcing your hand here.
I choose steal.
No, you retard. That's not how it works.
What does that mean?
No, that's not how it works.
No matter what, I will choose steal.
All right, guys, have we started? Listen, guys, are you in? Yes or no?
I'm gonna choose
You're in.
steal, and I will give you the $500 next time I see you.
What happens if we both choose steal?
You got 1 minute, by the way.
What
Wait,
if
what
we
happens
both
when we
choose
both
steal?
choose steal? Do we not get
Then-
anything?
We get
Then
nothing?
you get nothing. It's up to you.
Oh,
right,
well,
Dick.
Vito, you are not trustworthy. You have not gotten on the scale. You promised you would get on the scale for $50. I will choose steal. I'm way more trustworthy than you.
100%, I am choosing steal.
I'm choosing steal. I'm way.
100%, I am going to choose steal. I'm telling you that now, and after the show, I will give you half because that's fair.
Okay. All right, fine.
All right, we ready to go?
Yeah.
Wait, you ready to go? Okay, decisions have been made. On the count of 3, I want you both to say.
If we both choose steal, we get nothing, Dick. And I'm
You
going
get
to
nothing.
Steal,
You get
so
nothing.
Don't choose steal.
You get
I mean,
nothing.
I don't know.
Don't
You ready?
choose steal because we will get nothing.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm
I'm
ready.
ready.
3, 2, 1.
Split.
Go.
Split.
You f***ing retards, bro.
Good
Why
work,
would you
Dick.
do that?
Good work.
Why would you do
play
that?
that game? That's the
You
only way
get
that's how
it.
you play it.
You get an
You always do that. You always do
Honestly, it could have been fun if
Good
I
work,
said you
Dick.
get an extra 1K. If I said an extra 1K,
Yeah,
one
you
of
need
would
to
have
make
been
it more.
Yeah, you gotta
Q.
think
Yeah, I would
about this. You
Okay. Let's Steve. Do we
No,
just
we
make it
already
like
did it.
1.5?
It's
No, we
over.
did it
Great
already.
game.
all right, good job, Vito. You're
Guys,
getting the
biggest
host.
problem in the universe.
All right,
Nice
get the fuck
job.
out of here.
Podcast around. You're gonna love Biggest Problem
Friday
with me
night.
and Dick. Check it out on YouTube every Friday. I am on Kick at kick.com/Vito Comedy. Gonna play a little Pal World. Guys, great show. A lot of fun. We beat all the other pals to prove that we are the #1 pals on Kick, and that's the bottom line.
Great. Thanks, guys. Dick.show.
Thank you.
Patreon.com/Dick
Thanks for
Show.
coming on.
See you Friday. Thanks, Destiny. Thanks, Q.
Biggest Problem. Go
you
there
for
right
being on
now.
it.
Subscribe. YouTube.
All right, take
Bye.
care. You dickhead, Lucy. Why you trying to cut my content right there? I got these guys suck each other off. I don't care. What if one of them felt like they didn't want to suck the other guy off today? Maybe.
What? And then we're really not going to give them their money if they both choose steal?
Bro, I know you're like a multi-trillionaire, but holy shit, save the 1K once every while. What the f? Like, you didn't think about it? I get to save this 1K this week. Nice. That never crossed your mind? Okay, whatever. See, I was trying to look out, but okay, I guess you got it like that, whatever. But God forbid Q asked for maybe a 6-month bonus, then you nigga get back to the field before I whoop you. It is what it is. Anyways, what's your thoughts on this episode?
I thought it was cute. I don't know. Did these guys choose their teammates or did you assign them?
I assigned them randomly.
Oh.
Not randomly.
Not
I mean, I
randomly,
knew
but
Dick and Vito. Yeah, I just assigned them together. It was meant to be Tom and the vegan, but vegan didn't get back to us.
Fuck, yeah, that would have been way better.
Yeah, but I like Fossil. He did great.
Yeah, nothing
He did
against
great.
Fossil, but I think Tom and Vegan have like a friendship history.
Yeah, they got. Yeah, that's why I had Darius, Irrelevant, Vito, and Dick. It was fun. Honestly, top 3 episode. I'm not gonna lie. Top 3 episode. By the way, how many meals does Lycan cook you?
1 per day.
Wait, that's it? Do you eat 1 time a day?
Yep.
Well, how much do you weigh?
Right now, 154.
Yo, somebody make that into kilos. I don't know retard metrics. Okay, 150. How tall are you?
But basically a little under 70 kilograms. And
So you're like 69 kilos and you're how tall?
Like 172, 173.
That is unnatural. That is.
What does that even mean?
That is unnatural. Like for a grown man to be 69 kilos and
Oh, you were calling me
170.
fat. I can't. Now I'm a twink. Am I never enough for you, Q? Why are you always attacking me on my body? What do I need to weigh for you? What do I need to weigh for you?
I'm just saying, like, as a grown man, you need to be. I don't care about the 5'7", but you gotta add like 10 kilos. You know what I mean? That's because at this point you gotta realize, what if you're walking down the street? I know when you went to that no jumper show once, you had to take like Zerka as defense. You know, Jonathan had to protect you. But what if now you don't have a Jonathan? And what if you have to go back to LA and do that shit again?
Yeah, we call that
concealed. Get killed.
We call that concealed carry, okay?
But it's not concealed if the gun is 30% of your body.
Get really small guns, bro. I just put it near my dick and you can't tell the difference because it's so huge.
That's what your mom said when she saw mine. Got it easy.
Wrong.
But listen, yeah, you deserve one of those. You've been throwing a lot of mom jokes at me.
Thanks.
But great episode. You liked it, right?
Yeah, I thought it worked well. Yeah.
You got any feedback other than you liking it?
No, I thought it was cute. It's a good twist.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
All right, take care. About to do.
I love you. Wait. I learned something about your country today.
I thought you were just gonna say, "Wait, Q, I fuck with you so much. You know that one kid that you wanted to save me. I got you this month."
Do you know any? Do you know anybody that got drafted by Saudi Arabia to go fight in Yemen?
Me? No.
Oh, lame.
Why? What's the story though?
I don't know. Just reading it, but that's the whole Yemen war on both sides. Just seems like super fucked. And it was. I don't know if it was from Somalia or Sudan actually, but apparently Saudi Arabia sometimes goes and they recruit like child soldiers from Africa. So I just thought that was interesting.
Child soldiers? Are you making that part up, or is it like?
No, I'm pretty sure both sides or all three sides have been accused of using a ton of child soldiers and shit. But I don't remember if it was Sudan or Somalia. I thought it was Somalia, but it might have been Sudan, or it might have been both actually. Who the knows? Yeah, but.
I mean, in Somalia, that's just extra income. You know what I mean? I get the hustle.
Oh, true.
But did you see that video? Did you see that video of the congresswoman, the one that I spoke about earlier? I mean, she was speaking Somali, but like the subtitles were 95% accurate.
Ilhan Omar or somebody else?
Yeah, her. Did you see that video?
I didn't say no.
Because she was commenting on the deal that Somaliland, which is a region that's trying to separate from Somalia, they made a deal with Ethiopia. I don't know if you know about it. And she was like, listen, as long as I'm a congresswoman that's been elected by the people and I'm in the United States government, I promise you, like, I'll look out for the interests of Somalia. Now, like I said, it was 95% accurate. The video, I mean, some of the subtitles, they stretched the truth just a tiny bit, but it was mostly, like, accurate.
Yeah.
What do you think? What do you think about that?
I don't know enough about Somalia to know what I would support or wouldn't support there. I just don't know. The Somaliland people, it's very small, right, compared to the overall land controlled by Somalia, right? Or am I?
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's not comparable, population-wise, at least. Also,
yeah, so
it's not
I don't know. Yeah,
but you don't even need to know those facts. It's just that this woman, this congresswoman, this American congresswoman, right, was pretty much saying, "Listen, I'm pretty much here trying to look out for my people. Like, I got you. I'll take care of you." You think that's normal? You think that's okay?
Okay. I don't want to make you feel hyped up or anything. Or I'm sorry. I don't want to deflate your hype. What is Somalia? Do they normally stand with or against Saudi Arabia? I actually don't know.
I know the stance with the UAE. I don't know the stance with Saudi Arabia.
If they stand with the UAE, then at least as far as Yemen goes, they would stand with Saudi Arabia.
No, with the UAE, it's there's a lot of friction there. They
sure.
don't
okay. Well, I'm saying the UAE and Saudi Arabia are the two big guys that are part of the ship in Yemen. My guess is going to be, though, when she's being like really nationalistic over Somalia and she's trying to say like, oh, I stand with Somalia, blah, blah, blah. What she probably is actually saying is like, I wouldn't support the U.S. to go and intervene and do some like wild shit.
The entire video. No. The video was her saying, listen, my Somali people, I know a lot of you have come to me talking about, you got to do something about the deal that Somaliland signed with Ethiopia. Like, you got to do something about it. And then she was like, listen, I got you. That's going to get taken care of. I'll get the U.S. involved with this too. That deal will not go through. Oh. So he wasn't even talking about Yemen.
Wait, Destiny, like, people are saying she wants to invade? Okay, I don't know. I haven't seen it. I don't know. I'm just guessing. Okay, maybe I'll watch this tomorrow. Find out what's going on.
Wait, but what are people saying?
People are saying no, she actually was like super nationalistic and was talking about Somalia and shit. I don't know about it. But yeah, maybe I'll watch it tomorrow.
Yeah, watch it. That's actual good content. Shout out to her. I thought she was a sellout, you know what I mean? But hey.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm not an American, but you got my votes. Oh, well, you know what?
What?
Do you still support Biden?
Hell yeah.
Even after.
What about Trump's?
Okay. You know what? put both side to side. Which one is more senile?
Probably Biden, would be my guess. It's hard to tell because of the stutter thing. But I mean, he's a way more effective leader, so even in his senility, he still seems to trump Trump.
Okay, so the 4 years of Trump and like, was it like 3-4 years at this point of Biden?
Listen, shouldn't you be pro Biden at this point? Listen, he got us out of the Yemen bullshit, which is good for you guys, I would imagine. He got us out of Afghanistan.
It was Trump. It was Trump. He was just piggybacking off of his shit. So let's not do that.
I don't think Trump.
Was the one who started it.
I don't think Trump would have left. I think he would have pushed it. He would have kicked the can down the road.
So he started it, but he was going to kick the can up. That doesn't make any sense.
No, he does that. They did that with a tax thing as well, where Trump will set a guideline that goes to the next administration, so that if he doesn't win again, then they get with the stupid shit deal he made, which is what happened with Afghanistan. But at least Biden stuck to it, so I'm giving credit for that. I guess you can give Trump a little bit of credit for whatever you want. It was a horribly organized deal.
Was it and was their pullout like well executed? The United States when they pulled out of Afghanistan, that was on the Biden too.
Yeah, I mean, I think it went okay. It wasn't the best. But, like, Trump drew us down to, like, 2,500 troops, I think. Trump drew us down to almost no troop numbers and made a whole agreement with the Taliban that didn't even include the Afghanistan government. Like, he f***ed them hard. Trump didn't give a f*** about that shit. That was wild.
Okay. A whole lot of critique for Trump, but with Biden, he f***ed up. It sucked.
The problem is I have to look at, like, your alternatives. Like, would I want Biden to send more troops to Yemen? Or, I'm sorry, more troops to Afghanistan to, like, secure a pullout? Like, I don't know. It's just, like, a risky proposition.
Okay. I just wanted to know your position on him, because I've seen those videos when he first started. It was okay, like he'd up 1 or 2 words, but at this point, every other day I'm seeing a new speech where he's like,
I feel like Biden has been about the same, maybe a little worse in the beginning. I feel like maybe this is me sounding partisan though. I feel like Trump has gotten significantly worse over the past like 12 months. He did a whole thing where he started mixing up like Nancy Pelosi and Kamala Harris, I think, or Nancy Pelosi and somebody else for like a whole like 30-40 second thing bit, and then he started talking about like how we won in Afghanistan by destroying all the jungles of Vietnam or whatever. I don't know. Trump's been on some weird shit. Oh, Nikki Haley Trump's been on some weird shit. But you know.
But have you seen him lift 8 pizza boxes? I'm kidding. But like, okay, think about it this way: you're gonna have 4 more years of whoever gets like elected. 4 more years of Biden when you've already admitted that he's worse than Trump at this moment, or like 4 more years of Trump.
You're only picking You're picking on one characteristic, which is senility. That's only one characteristic.
I mean, that's pretty fucked if your president senile. Like,
I mean, everybody has some degree of senility past the age of like 65, 70 would be my guess. He's not like, I don't think he's fully senile. He's clearly coherent, and he's clearly capable of running the administration. I think he's done a good job so far in terms of policy in every single way, size, shape, and form. I would support him over Trump.
So what would it take for you to like finally sit there and acknowledge, yeah, this guy's just gone too far. I can't have this guy be my president and moving this way. When it comes to his,
I would still support. I would still vote for him just because whoever comes next is going to be better. Even if it was Kamala Harris, I'd support her over Trump.
Okay. I just wanted to know. I mean, to me, it just seems because you sound like you sound like Hassan when he talks about his side, or like the fucking Republicans when they talk about their side. They're so adamant that it has to be their guy no matter what, and they overlook or diminish whatever flaws they have. They're like, fuck that shit, because I'd rather have my retard instead of your retard, even if your retard is slightly less retarded than mine. Because you did admit Trump is less senile than Biden.
This is like if you have like a 1% understanding of politics, maybe, but I'm going to study Somalian history next. Okay, you better watch out, all right? I'm going to come at you with the most historically relevant critiques and jokes. Okay, you better watch yourself.
Listen, you're looking into Yemen. You're only like what?
I'm done.
The Gulf.
I'm done with Yemen. Like, we know it all now. That place.
Listen, when you look into our history, you're just going to see the British. I mean, they us for a while. The Americans. Black Hawk Down, by the way. Don't watch that movie as your research. I know you like to do that type of shit. I know that's your research level. Just please don't watch that movie. It's a load of bullshit. You know what I mean? Also, actually, I was about to dox myself, but like I got a lot of family that was warriors that, you know, in that movie, they probably were shooting at the Americans. Listen, for my visa application, if I ever want to come to the United States, please don't hold that against me. Well, I'm just saying, it's a great history. And it lasts for a while because people think our history just started like 100 years ago, but we had kingdoms in East Africa. And honestly, if you were to look at the Egyptians, they kind of low-key came from us, you know what I mean? But
Okay.
I sound like those black. Wait, hold on. I sound like those black people that
No,
like.
I understand.
Like my goddamn Egyptians. There was niggas, but like no, genuinely though. Genuinely, I'm not making this up.
I believe you.
Like
All right.
Sudan, Somalia, Egypt is all connected because of the
Okay.
trade and whatever. But
All right.
it
I
is
love
what
you.
it is. Anyways,
It's been fun.
take care.
Stay safe. Be careful.
What to do? Bye bye. There's a lot of friction there. They
Sure.
don't sit.
Okay. Well, I'm
There's
saying
a
the
lot.
UAE and Saudi Arabia are the two big guys that are part of the ship in Yemen. My guess is going to be, though, when she's being like really nationalistic over Somalia and she's trying to say like, oh, I stand with Somalia, blah blah blah. What she probably is actually saying is like, I wouldn't support the U.S. to go and intervene and do some like wild
No,
shit.
the entire video. No. The video was her saying, "Listen, my Somali people. I know a lot of you have come to me talking about, you gotta do something about the deal that Somaliland signed with Ethiopia. Like, you gotta do something about it." And then she was like, "Listen, I got you. That's gonna get taken care of. I'll get the U.S. involved with this too. That deal will not go through."
Oh.
So he wasn't even talking about Yemen.
Wait,
Like, you
Destiny,
think
people are
that's
saying she
normal?
wants to invade. Okay, I don't know. I haven't seen it. I don't know. I'm just guessing. Okay, maybe I'll watch this tomorrow. Find out what's going on.
Wait. But what are people saying?
People are saying no, she actually was like super nationalistic and was talking about Somalia and shit. I don't know about it, but yeah, maybe I'll watch it tomorrow.
Yeah, watch it. That's actual good content. Shout out to her. I thought she was a sellout. You know what I mean? But hey.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm not an American, but you got my votes. Oh, well, you know what?
What?
Do you still support Biden?
Hell yeah.
Even after.
What about Trump's?
Okay. You know what? Put both side to side. Which one is more senile?
Probably Biden. Be my guess. It's hard to tell because of the stutter thing. But I mean, he's a way more effective leader. So even in his senility, he still seems to trump Trump.
Okay, so the 4 years of Trump and like, was it like 3-4 years at this point of Biden?
Listen, shouldn't you be pro Biden at this point? Listen, he got us out of the Yemen bullshit, which is good for you guys, I would imagine. He got us out of Afghanistan.
Got you out of, it was Trump. He was just piggybacking off of his shit. So let's not do that.
I don't think
was the one who started it.
I don't think Trump would have left. I think he would have pushed it. He would have kicked the can down the road.
So he started it, but he was going to kick the can up. That doesn't make any sense.
No, he does that. They did that with a tax thing as well, where Trump will set a guideline that goes to the next administration, so that if he doesn't win again, then they get fucked with the stupid shit deal he made, which was what happened with Afghanistan. But at least Biden stuck to it, so I'm giving credit for that. I guess you can give Trump a little bit of credit for whatever you want. It was a horribly organized deal, but
was it? And was their pullout like well executed? The United States when they pulled out of Afghanistan, that was under Biden too.
Yeah, I mean, I think it went okay. It wasn't the best, but like Trump drew us down to like 2,500 troops. I think Trump drew us down to almost no troop numbers and made a whole agreement with the Taliban that didn't even include the Afghanistan government. Like, you f***ed them hard. Trump didn't give a f*** about that shit. That was wild.
Okay, a whole lot of critique for Trump, but with Biden, he f***ed up. He was it sucked.
The problem is I have to look at like your alternatives. Like, would I want Biden to send more troops to Yemen? Or, I'm sorry, more troops to Afghanistan to, like, secure a pullout? Like, I don't know. It's just, like, a risky proposition.
Okay. I just wanted to know your position on him, because I've seen those videos when he first started. It was okay. Like, he'd up 1 or 2 words.
Mm-hmm.
But at this point, every other day I'm seeing a new speech where he's like,
I feel like Biden has been about the same, maybe a little worse in the beginning. I feel like, maybe this is me sounding partisan, though. I feel like Trump has gotten significantly worse over the past, like, 12 months. He did a whole thing where he started mixing up like Nancy Pelosi and Kamala Harris, I think, or Nancy Pelosi and somebody else for like a whole like 30-40 second bit. And then he started talking about like how we won in Afghanistan by destroying all the jungles of Vietnam or whatever. I don't know. Trump's been on some weird shit. Oh, Nikki Haley Trump's been on some weird shit. But you know.
But have you seen him lift 8 pizza boxes? I'm kidding. But like, okay. Think about it this way. You're going to have 4 more years of whoever gets like elected. 4 more years of Biden when you've already admitted that he's worse than Trump at this moment. Or like 4 more years of Trump.
You're only picking one. You're picking on one characteristic, which is senility. That's only one characteristic.
I mean, that's pretty fucked if your president senile. Like,
I mean, everybody has some degree of senility past the age of like 65, 70 would be my guess. He's not like, I don't think he's fully senile. He's clearly coherent, and he's clearly capable of running the administration. I think he's done a good job so far in terms of policy in every single way, size, shape, and form. I would support him over Trump.
So what would it take for you to like finally sit there and acknowledge, yeah, this guy's just gone too far. I can't have this guy be my president and move in this way. When it comes to his,
I would still support it. I would still vote for him just because whoever comes next is going to be better. Even if it was Kamala Harris, I'd support her over Trump.
Okay. I just wanted to know. I mean, to me, it just seems because you sound like you sound like Hassan when he talks about his side, or like the fucking Republicans when they talk about their side. They're so adamant that it has to be their guy no matter what, and they overlook or diminish whatever flaws they have. They're like, fuck that shit because I'd rather have my retard instead of your retard, even if your retard is slightly less retarded than mine. Because you did admit Trump is less senile than Biden.
This is like if you have like
Biden's
a
just good
1% understanding of politics, maybe, but I'm gonna study Somalian history next. Okay, you better watch out. All right, I'm gonna come at you with the most historically relevant critiques and jokes. Okay, you better watch yourself.
Listen, you're looking into Yemen. You're only like what?
I'm done.
The Gulf.
I'm done with Yemen. Like, we know it all now. That place.
Listen, when you look into our history, you're just gonna see the British. I mean, they us for a while. The Americans. Black Hawk Down. By the way, don't watch that movie as your research. I know you like to do that type of shit. I know that's your research level. Just please don't watch that movie. It's a load of bullshit. You know what I mean? Also, actually, I was about to dox myself, but like, I got a lot of family that was warriors that, you know, in that movie, they probably were shooting at the Americans. Listen, for my visa application, if I ever want to come to the United States, please don't hold that against me. Well, I'm just saying, it's a great history. And it lasts for a while because people think our history just started like 100 years ago, but we had kingdoms in East Africa. And honestly, if you were to look at the Egyptians, they kind of low-key came from us, you know what I mean? But I sound like those black, wait, hold on. I sound like those black people that
no,
like,
I understand.
Like, my goddamn Egyptians, there was
yeah.
but like, no, genuinely though, genuinely, I'm not making this up.
I believe you.
Like,
right.
Sudan, Somalia, Egypt is all connected because of the trade and whatever. But
all right, I love you.
Anyways,
it's been fun.
Take care.
Stay safe. Be careful.
Bye bye.